we're live here from Husky Stadium here in Arcadia, Indiana. It's the home of the Hamilton Heights Huskies, and they are hosting tonight the Noblesville Millers. Tonight on Hometown Television and Hamilton County TV, we are proud to present high school football in a great atmosphere. I'm Craig Atkins along with Perry Williams and Perry. What a great atmosphere so far. It's middle school night to open up Husky Stadium this year, and the marching band's set to go as well.
Yeah, and both a good crowd on both sides here. And,
indeed.
And if you look out, we can see Highway 19, and it's probably backed up, probably 6-7 miles down there. So there's a lot of people still to put in this football stadium, we hope. But they just continue to come in here. We got a great view here. We got to thank the Hamilton Heights school system for what they've done for us here, helping us get the internet here so we could broadcast this game. So we appreciate them greatly to have this opportunity to. But it's a great atmosphere, and we're going to have a fun night here. And you know, Craig, this is what it's all about. You know, two rivalries, a 3A and a 6A school playing together, and you know, a lot of these guys know each other very, very well. They're good friends. They compete against each other all the time.
Yeah, it's one of those. You know, it's great that last season when Hamilton Heights came to Noblesville, and they renewed this football rivalry that started all the way back in 1946 when it was Jackson Central versus Noblesville.
Yeah, so
and now it's you know, it's becoming, you know, in many other sports as well, a pretty great rivalry, regardless of how big Noblesville's size school-wise is compared to Heights. It's just about a 2,000 student difference in population, but it's great to get these two communities together, and it's going to be. I mean, they've added some bleachers in both ends, and
we're getting ready to do the national anthem here. So we'll take a quick break, and then we'll come right back after the national anthem. The American Legion here in Cicero always does this wonderful performance of presenting the colors and everything.
As the American Legion is walking into the north end of the stadium now, and they will place the flag on the rope, and they will tote it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hamilton Heights marching band and our national anthem.
Great rendition of the national anthem by the Husky Marching Band, and great to have the American Legion present the American flag to us here at Husky Stadium. Tonight's game is brought to you by Community Health Network, also by the Farmers Bank, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Attorneys at Law, Smith's Jewelers, Indiana Restoration and Cleaning Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, and the Wofford Theater. And there are a lot of other games going on this evening as well, involving Hamilton County Schools. And our other game on hometown television and Hamilton County TV. Mitch Robinson has the call of Lafayette Central Catholic and 3A number 5 Guerin Catholic. What a tilt that's going to be.
Yeah, that's a big game in the Catholic world. Them being parochial schools and everything, you can't really say that, but they don't really like each other,
No, and it's becoming, no matter what sport, if it's basketball or if it's baseball or whatever, and even more in football, Lafayette Central Catholic and Guerin Catholic might be one of the more looked upon games tonight in the state of Indiana. Also in Hamilton County, 6A number 12 Hamilton Southeastern travels to North Central over on 86th Street in Indianapolis. A couple of 0-1 teams trying to right the ship for their young seasons. Big one over on West 71st Street as 6A number 7 Fishers takes their 1-0 record on the road to visit the 6A number 9 Pike Red Devils. And the Sheridan Blackhawks, they take an 0-1 record to Clinton Central. And both those teams looking for their first wins of the season. Another big one on the south side of Indianapolis is 5A number 4 Westfield. Also 1-0 will face 6A number 11 Southport at the home of the Cardinals tonight. Both 1-0. Interesting matchup. I got a chance to see Lawrence North play against Noblesville. They will host Brownsburg. Pike put up 55 on Brownsburg at Brownsburg last Friday night, so we'll see. And obviously, Lawrence North dropped the shootout to the Noblesville Millers, 55-50. So Lawrence North got 55 put up on them, and so did Brownsburg. So it's going to be
it's going to be kind of interesting. But that Lawrence North team is. I watched the video on it. They're quick. I mean, they got a lot of speed, a lot of size. We'll see what Brownsburg can do. I mean, they got a top-notch quarterback in Hunter Johnson.
The recent Tennessee commit. Other games involving Hoosier Crossroads Conference schools. 5A number 8 Zionsville. They come in 1-0 this week with their win over McCutcheon last week at home. They'll be at Lebanon facing the Tigers. And another big matchup in Class 6A. 6A number 6 Avon takes their 1-0 record to number 1 Ben Davis this week, and
we'll see what Mr. Peters can do there, right? Which is another top college recruit. He's a senior, and he'll be heading to the play with Mr. Harbaugh next year at Michigan.
Yeah, that's another. Great sign there by first-year head coach Jim Harbaugh at Michigan, and I think he's going to try and stick with some Midwest kids, and we'll see what he does in the years coming up in Ann Arbor. Some more big games around the state. Number 1 Evansville Rising 4A is at Terre Haute South. They're 5A number 8 Bishop Chatard at Lawrence Central. Both those teams. Chatard dropped back down to 3A this year, and Lawrence Central lost that game at home last week to Cathedral. So it'll be a big opportunity for Lawrence Central to try and get things right, or they're going to drop to 0-2 before they start MIC play. And a big doubleheader tomorrow down at the University of Cincinnati as the Carmel Greyhounds will match up against Cincinnati LaSalle at 6 o'clock p.m. and then at around 8:30 p.m. it'll be Warren Central playing Cincinnati Colleran. A couple of great schools in the state of Ohio, and so the MIC Conference got their hands full tomorrow down in Cincinnati.
But what a great opportunity for both schools, and we know that both those programs are top notch, and they'll probably be somewhere at the end towards the top of the state in 6A football. So that's going to be a great matchup that we need to follow tomorrow. This game tonight, Craig, could be very interesting. One of the things, the Huskies beat Mount Vernon last week, which is a 4A school, 21-6, and handled them pretty good over there. So Clayton Cowan ran for 115 yards. Nathan Roth with 30. Ethan Jones with 20. Passing, Jones was 8 for 19 for 52 yards. Let's keep in mind, Craig, this is the same Ethan Jones that last season missed the first 4 games and still ended up passing for 1,208 yards. So, and he's got some some good receivers in Lutz and Sterling Weatherford. Of course, that they miss Grant Weatherford. I mean, he. But this is not a first time that they've had a great player here, and
Logan Cunningham, just like Coach Street said the other night, yeah.
So they'll adjust. They know what they have to do here at Hamilton Heights, and Ethan Jones will step up and get the job done. And Cowan had a great game last week, so this ought to be pretty interesting. The one tough thing, Craig, and we'll talk about this through the game, which is kind of tonight won't be as bad because we don't necessarily have the warm weather, okay? But Heights do have 7 kids that go both ways.
Yeah, I mean that may not take such a toll tonight when it's a little cooler outside, and it was just an absolutely gorgeous day outside here in Hamilton County. But it's next week I've seen the forecast extended, and for the Fishers at Noblesville game, which will be our Game 3 game of the week here on Hometown TV and Hamilton County TV, and so it may be a little pressure cooker in the press box at Noblesville next week, but they always have the air conditioning on, so we'll be right there. But tonight, and we're going to see it. All right, it looks like Noblesville will kick off, and the host Huskies will defend.
The captains for the Millers were Musselman, Hank Davis, Mello, and Yuri. I'm sorry I didn't get the numbers there for the Heights crew, but I'm sure Ethan Jones was out there. So we'll get those information to you. But let's kind of go through this lineup a little bit. Now, who'd you say was receiving?
I believe Heights will be receiving the kick.
So we'll quickly go through their offense. We've already talked about Ethan Jones. He's a quarterback. He's number 18. Nathan Roth is the running back. The wide receiver, which Coach Street says may be his next man up as far as for Cunningham and Weatherford, and that's in Jesse Brown. He's only a sophomore. Riley White will be a wide receiver. Cayman Lutz will be a wide receiver. Sterling Weatherford, Grant's younger brother, will be a tight end.
Check that, had it backwards. Heights will kick off from their own 40, kicking north. Noblesville in their whites with black pants and gold helmets, and we're kicked off here and taking the ball at the 2-yard line. That looks like that's number 22, Chandler Hurst, and he gets up across the 30 to the 33-yard line. A nice return by number 22, Hurst, to get the Millers started.
Looked like on the tackle was number 33 for Clayton Cowan for the Huskies on the tackle. So 1st and 10 for the Millers. Pretty nice return there for the Millers.
Yeah, Chandler Hurst, he's one of those kind of little catalyst players. He's out there. They're going to start with a 2-back set with he and Jarrell Uri. Receiver to the near side, Jackson Thurman. Travis Gillian and J.D. Scheib to the far for the Twins out there. Trying to get Heights to jump right away. Hands it off. Chandler Hurst up the middle, across the 40 to the 42, possibly 43.
Yeah.
Good run there by the junior Hurst, and Chandler was the starting tailback for the junior varsity last year as a sophomore.
Jesse Brown on the tackle there for Heights, but not before there was a first down, okay?
The Millers have the ball 1st and 10. The ball just outside their own 33.
Luke Mello is the quarterback for the Millers.
Mello in the pistol there with Jarrell. Gets it, and Jarrell's in there for blocking. Mello finds room across the 40, and he will go out of bounds after a 2-yard pickup out of bounds. This could be a late hit, it looks like, on one of the Heights defenders, Caleb Bean.
We do have a flag on the play.
So it'll be a 2-yard pickup there. Check that, they gave him, looks like 4 yards on the pickup, and then they'll get a personal foul. 15.
First down, though, so that's huge. That's huge. And, you know, the referees this year, they're going to be tightening up on that stuff with some of the situations that have happened in Indiana High School Athletic Association sports up north these last 2 years. These referees are going to tighten up. They are not going to let any unsportsmanlike things go.
Or anything that could either,
looks like offside.
Yep, offside
on the Huskies.
The penalty on the play before the snaps. Dead ball, offsides yards. It remains first
Make it a
down.
1st and 5 here. It's going to be marked down to the 33-yard line. So with 33 seconds off the clock, Noblesville already down to the Hamilton Heights 33-yard line with a 1st and 5.
But Hamilton Heights has got to be careful because they already got 20 yards in penalties.
20 yards in penalties, and we're going double tights here with Jarrell Urey. Dot in the eye, finds room.
If he gets outside,
and he got a little bit outside and down to about the 21-yard line for a 12-yard pickup.
There for the Huskies,
Weatherford on the tackle for the Huskies. He's 6'4", 195-pound junior. He's a big kid, you know. He's
obviously taller than Grant.
Yeah. And he's a very, very good athlete for the Huskies.
So it's trips off to the left side. Thurman here to the near for Noblesville. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line, a 12-yard pickup there by Urey, and they got him. It's that silent count, and Mello gets him to jump. Musselman a little disciplined with the ball there. Doesn't move, doesn't flinch. Gets the...
You know, these are the little things that coaches work on in practice all the time, okay, is the cadence and everything. And of course, as a Indianapolis Colts fans, probably Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck were the best in the business.
Oh, they do that to a T.
Yeah.
Mello gets the snap, looks for room, and out in the flat toward the sideline, found Jarrell Urey, and out of bounds at about the, looks like a 1-yard pickup possibly, maybe 2.
Mello's pass.
I think when he did a little juke in there, he stepped on the out of bounds.
Sidestepped, toward the sideline.
One thing you'll find out in the Millers offense, Urey's liable to line up anywhere on the field.
As you can see, he's in the bunch, trips bunch here, the near side.
Yeah.
And you're going to think that one of them or two of them are going to go toward the middle of the pitch to Chandler Hurst. Hurst breaks it outside, down to the 10. And there's going to be a holding, it looks like, in the middle. 2 flags fly. Hurst gets down to about the 6-yard line.
I would say this is probably going to come back here, Craig.
Yep. Looks like it's going to be holding.
Holding the preliminary call against the Millers.
That'll keep it 2nd down and a 10-yard mark off. So it's going to be back to the 21 where where this couple plays ago where we started.
So it's actually going to be 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Looks like Ben Groover is going to be the middle of this. Trips out here to the right. Thurman toward the edge, and in the slot is Travis Gillian. Urey and Scheib off to the left side. 5 wide. Mello back there by himself. And he gets one to jump again. Maybe not.
Yeah, it's something.
I think the Heights defensive line is getting a little antsy.
Yeah. Well, that's the one thing, you know, I'm sure the coaches got their kids pumped up and they want to do the best possible job they can. And when that happens in a big game like this, no, it's actually against the Millers.
Yep.
So.
Procedure penalty, 5 yards, so it'll make it 2nd and 15 from the 26. Just a minute 37 off the clock, no score yet. Noblesville and Hamilton Heights here at Husky Stadium. Craig Atkins alongside Perry Williams. 5 wide again for the Millers. Mello trying to get him to jump again. He's back there in the pocket, finding room up the sideline. No, and just out of the reach of Jarrell Urey.
Urey's quick, but not quite that quick, right, Craig?
Yeah, Jarrell, I mean, like you said, you can find him anywhere on the field, and he can possibly do anything.
Weatherford covered him out there. Did a pretty good job, really, because he's going to be a tough man to cover anywhere.
Yeah,
so, I mean, Sterling and probably Jesse Brown will be matched up to kind of keep an eye on where Jarrell Urey is going to be.
Big 3rd down for Noblesville. 3rd and 15 at the Heights 26. Mello back to pass in this 5 wide set. Up the middle he goes and caught. Jackson Thurman, touchdown Noblesville. Nice post across the middle. Jackson Thurman with a 26-yard touchdown pass. And Noblesville the first to strike. Mello now 2 out of 3 through the air for 28 yards and that 26-yard touchdown strike to Jackson Thurman. And Noblesville looking to tack on the PAT with number 75, Andrew Little, the place kicker for Noblesville. J.D. Scheib on the hold. Snap by Max Atkins. The hold is good. It's a little tougher because the uprights are half as tall as they're normally used to. They're not the higher uprights. So with 9:58 left here in the first quarter, just 2 minutes in, Noblesville 7, Hamilton Heights 0.
So we'll see what kind of answer this Husky offense has. They got a good offense now. Let's see what they can do against the Millers. We talked about, I guess we got through Sterling Weatherford at tight end. Tackle number 60 is Sean Kitteman. He's a senior, 235. Number 73, Tyler Anderson, 6'3", 265, a senior. Zach Stevens is 5'8", 210, a junior. And Clay Smith. Here's a replay on the touchdown on the screen here. We're getting really high tech here, so it's kind of hard. Beautiful job
Thurman was covered there by Caleb Bean, but Bean just a hair behind Jackson Thurman, and Thurman hauls in the nice post pattern for a 26-yard touchdown catch from the hand of Luke Mello to give Noblesville 7-0 cushion here just 2 minutes in.
I want to give a shout out to Tim Wofford. He did a great job catching that touchdown there on the camera. Here we go.
And a kick there, Little. It's a dribbler up the middle from about the 10-yard line, and that is
number 12, Riley White.
Riley White, number 12, the 5'4" junior linebacker and wide receiver. He is all of 5'4", but looks like one of those. Kind of reminds me of, like, stature-wise looking. Looks like he could pass for a Vinnie Sutherland back in the day for Purdue football.
Well,
short
as we used to
fast.
say in my day was, dynamite comes in small packages. So here we go. Ethan Jones, the quarterback.
He's got trips off to his left side, the pistol here.
3 wideouts on this side.
Back to pass. Nope. Hands it off up the middle. And he's met by the Noblesville line at the 32-yard line, a 4-yard pick.
Clayton Cowan on the carry for the Huskies.
Bring up a second down. It'll be 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. So it's 2nd and 7 for the Huskies.
Interesting thing about the Heights student section, I think they all literally picked different professional jerseys to wear, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Here we go.
And a handoff, and he'll keep it himself, does Jones, and he's met by number 25, Jay-Sean Dickman of Noblesville, the 5'11" junior defensive back, came up and made that play. Bring up a 3rd and 1.
Dickman on the stop.
The Huskies need the 39. Actually, it looks like a 3rd and 2, more like it. They need the 39. Check that, the 38.5, if you will.
Cayman Lutz is a nice-sized kid out there, number 87, 6'2", 175 pounds, and only a sophomore.
Handoff, Jones gets it to Cowan, and I don't know if he's got it.
I don't think there's anything there.
Nope. And it looks like they're close to about a half yard or so shy.
Maybe.
It'll be enough for a Husky first down.
Huskies got the first down there, so they did pick it up.
45 once again in on the
picked up the right amount, and that's their first down on their 3rd play from scrimmage. Cayman Lutz and Jesse Brown to the near side here. In motion. Handoff is to number 11 there, Jesse Brown. Brown off to the races, gets past the Miller defense, and he is off to the races, and touchdown.
Jesse Brown.
Wait for it. I don't have a signal. We do have a signal. Touchdown, Hamilton Heights. What a run by Jesse Brown.
And that's what Coach Street was saying. He was talking about
weapons.
The next guy step up, and he thought Jesse Brown may be the Cunningham or the Grant Weatherford. Here's the replay on that play to make it 7-6 with the extra point coming here. Here's the extra kick first, and then we'll come right back. Henry Magnan will be the kicker.
Magden's kick is high, and it is over the uprights and good. And we are gnawed on it up at 7.
So we have it tied up here. And here's a replay on that touchdown to Jesse Brown, and a great run by Brown.
62 yards on the run, and here we go. And you're not, I mean, it's not the most obvious thing, but just about a split second after Jones gets the snap, hands it off to Brown on that inside reverse, if you will, and up the home or visitor sideline it goes Mr. Brown, and 62 yards later to the house.
You know, the one thing, he kind of stumbled there right off the bat, and then got his poise going, and he, you know, they are. But this is great on the replay here. Hope everyone appreciates the hard work that Jim Walford, our owner and producer, does for Hometown Network. He does an outstanding job, and we really appreciate all the tireless hours that he puts in to make this life for white-collar people like Craig and I, or white glove people.
White glove. White collar is different, Perry.
That's right. We're white glove people.
And a kickoff. There's Magden. And this is a end over end up the middle, and that's going to be taken by Jarrell Urey at the 6-yard line. Up the middle he'll go, trying to find a seam, and he does. Across the 25, and down he goes at the 26-yard line, where the Millers will take over.
Well, this has got to pump up the Huskies here, Craig, by scoring, answering the call there. To make the score 7-7. So
it's got to pump them up on each side of the ball, because obviously Hamilton Heights defense is going to be pumped up, and now Noblesville just going to be that much more hungry to get back on the scoreboard. And now we've got 3 wide here on the near side. Gillian on the far. Check that. I believe that's J.D. Scheib, and he stays out. Mello keeps it. Up the middle he goes, and across. Finds himself across the 30, a nice diving move, and they're going to spot him, I think, at the 33-yard line. So it's a nice 6-yard pickup by the quarterback, Luke Mello. And
Joe Woods on the tackle for the Huskies. He's number 33. He's a senior, 6'1", 180 pounds.
2nd down and 4 at their own 33. 7:20 left first quarter. In the pistol with Urey. Mello has time. Finds the receiver, but doesn't reel it in. That's J.D. Scheib out there.
Good job by Chase Fisher out there, a senior defensive back, 6 foot, 170 pounds. Fisher did a good job on that.
Good break up there by Chase Fisher, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 4, a crucial 3rd down for Noblesville's offense. We'll go 3 wide here, Gillian, Groover, and Thurman. J.D. Scheib to the far. Urey in the pistol with Mello. Here we go. Hands it off to... And nothing doing as Heights defense kind of caves on Jarrell Urey as he carried it. Going to be no gain and bring up a 4th down. And that's going to bring on Hank Davis and the punt team for the Millers.
Tyler Anderson and Joe Woods in there on the tackle for the Huskies. The Millers are going to have to punt here. Hank Davis is going back for the punt for the Millers. So the Huskies held the Millers, so Omo may change here a little bit. We'll see what happens.
Jesse Brown and Riley White. Jesse Brown 11, Riley White 12 out there. They're going to be back at their own 20-yard line. Davis's punt, and this is a low liner, kind of sidewinder, and Brown almost touched it but didn't. That's going to roll down to the 21-yard line, and the little extracurriculars going on there.
Yeah, it looks like we got tied up number 13 for Caleb Beam and
Brett Bell.
Hooked orange down there.
That's just like we said the pregame. These kids know each other, or at least they've played against each other so much, and it's it's becoming again that kind of rivalry, and it's good to see that this rivalry is back. Speaking of,
and for 2 more years.
You got it.
Next year this will be Game 6, though. We're going to put the Greyhounds of Carmel in Game 2 next year. So
that is true. And Jones hands it off to Cowan this time again. Looks like he gains 1 yard. He's got 3 carries for 5 yards so far. But he's not the difference maker so far. It's Jesse Brown with that 62-yard end around.
You know, and Jesse, he's one of those guys that can play anywhere on the field.
Yeah.
He's kind of like Yuri, and he showed us right there because last week he didn't even carry the ball. So
now that's one thing we talked about with Coach. I talked about with Coach Strickland on Monday night, and he said, you know, and the same thing with Coach Eckert last week. Brown's not going to be the running back he was last year, but he obviously still carries the ball. Jones with the carry there up to about the 28 for a 6-yard pickup. Going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
You know, the one thing about it, Craig, both these quarterbacks, Jones and Mello, are very, very similar in their ability to run the ball and throw the ball. So, you know, it's kind of a good matchup here early.
Yeah, and the only difference between these two quarterbacks right now is obviously you can see that Jones is a little bit taller than Mello, but not by much. He's got Cowan in the back in the pistol with him there. 3 wide to the far side. Hands the ball off to Cowan, and he'll get to the 35, and a 7-yard pickup gives Hamilton Heights their second rushing first down of the ball game.
And a tackle for the Millers is Harris Camp.
Harris Camp played a lot last year as a sophomore and a lot on the baseball field. And he's a difference maker out there and one of the few guys that are back on defense this year for Coach Metzler on defense.
Actually, on defense, really the only starter back is Hank Davis. Harris Camp played a lot last year, but Hank Davis is the only kid that is back.
Jones back to throw. Sideline and out of bounds. This ball go. Oh, that ball tipped off the hand of Cayman Lutz.
Cayman Lutz, I tell you what, he looks like a wide receiver, doesn't he, Craig?
He does. He's got
with
that height
6'2" frame, and so.
Cayman Lutz, I'm sorry.
2nd down and 10 at their own 35. 4:41 left here in the first. We're all tied up 7-7. Noblesville and Hamilton Heights.
It's kind of tough for us because they pronounce it Lutz up here and we pronounce it Lutz in Noblesville.
It's true. JV softball coach Craig Lutz.
Here we go, Jones.
Dot in the I is Cowan. Jones back there. And it looks like he's going to be had there by
the Millers.
Nice play there. He stayed home.
Clay Weiss on the tackle for the Millers.
Cabanez along with number 26. Excuse me, it was number 96, Garcia.
Okay, sure will.
4:22 and change here in the first quarter. 3rd down and 8 on the 37-yard line.
This is a big down for both teams here, Craig. Both Noblesville to make the stop and the Huskies to keep the momentum going.
And this could be one of those plays that proves to be a big one for a momentum kicker for the Millers. Fakes the handout to Cowan, and from the backside it comes. He escapes it. Josh Garcia on the chase, and and across the 45, and he's going to get the first down to Ethan Jones. Nice dive across the 45. He knew where the sticks were, and he got to it and passed it. Nice 9-yard pickup. Ethan Jones with the first down for Hamilton Heights.
And a good block by the referee there because he couldn't get out of the way. Let's check this replay out here real quick.
We may actually not have enough time. They're back to the line already. There's the replay. A little quicker.
Yeah. Jim speeds it up, man. He can do it all, man. You don't ever say Jim can't do something.
Cowan dot in the I for Jones again. Gets the snap, looks, finds a receiver, and complete to Jesse Brown up to the Noblesville 47-yard line. 7-yard pickup to Brown.
Stapleton 13's there for the Millers.
So it's going to be a 2nd down and 2. As Jones completes his first pass.
Here we go. What is it?
2nd down and 2 at the Noblesville 47. 3:03 and running on the clock. 3 wide on the far side. Cowan in the backfield with Jones. Gets the snap, hands it off to Cowan. And a few Millers stay home, but that doesn't matter. Cowan finds room and across the Noblesville 40 down to about the 37-yard line, so a 10-yard pickup. And the 4th rushing first down of the game for Hamilton Heights.
Ogle on the tackle for the Millers there.
Justin Ogle, he was in a lot of tackles. I believe he had 6 or 7 solo tackles last week, if I'm not mistaken. First down, Hamilton Heights, 2:45 on the clock, as they'll keep the 4 wide set with Cowan in the backfield. Weatherford and Brown to the near side. It's like Lutz and White. Riley White in motion, gets the handoff. This time it looks like we're going to have a procedure.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
See a couple of Noblesville defensive personnel clapping, so it's going to come back.
Procedure call against the Huskies.
I think Riley White kind of just moved towards the line of scrimmage just a little bit too quick.
Yep. So that's going to bring up it's going to be a 1st and 15 at the 42-yard line. So that's 4 penalties for 30 yards already for Hamilton Heights, and we still got 2:20 left here in the first quarter. Noblesville 2 penalties, 15 yards.
Here we go.
Handoff, Cowan out of the backfield and tripped up. Gets across the 35 down to the 34.
Hank Davis on the tackle for the Millers.
8-yard pickup. Another good stop by Hank Davis there, yeah.
You know, Cowan's having another good game here tonight. You know, he got 115 yards last week, so we got picked up 7.
He's already got 31 yards on 7 carries right now, so that's a little over 4 yards a crack. 2nd down and 7 on the Noblesville 34. And the pistol again. In motion comes Brown. Fakes it. Inside handoff to Cowan. He gets across the 30 down to about the 26-yard line.
Austin Stapleton on the tackle for the Millers, a linebacker. I'll tell you what, you know, looking at, you know, that Hamilton Heights line's doing a good job blocking up front there, and their execution is really, really good.
I think that was, what, a pickup of 7?
Yeah.
And the 5th rushing first down for the Huskies as they're marching toward their 2nd score of the ball game. 1:16 left here in the first. Jesse Brown in motion, gets set on the far side, 3 wide. Jones back to pass,
Cowan.
but Cowan gets the handoff, and he kind of does a little hurdle move down to the 21-yard line. 6-yard pickup by Cowan.
Grant Bullard on the tackle. He's a 6'2", 235 linebacker. Phillips also on the tackle in there.
2nd and 3.
2nd down and 3 on the 20-yard line. Ball spotted just shy, about a football's worth of the 20-yard line. Clock running down to 32 seconds here in quarter number 1. We're tied at 7 for now, but Hamilton Heights is quickly knocking on the door as it's 2nd down and 3. They're calling a timeout.
We got a timeout on
with 22.3 left.
Charge to the Huskies.
Yeah, we can't thank our sponsors enough. This game tonight is brought to you by Community Health Network, also by the Farmers Bank in Noblesville. They also have branches in Tipton, Fishers, and Merrillville. Head to thefarmersbank.com for a branch near you. Church, Hiddle, and Antrim, attorneys at law. You can find them on the web at cchalaw.com and at the corner of 9th and Connor Street in Noblesville. Smith's Jewelers. They've been on the downtown square in Noblesville since 1946 at the corner of 9th and Logan Streets. Indiana Restoration Services. They're located on South 10th Street on the south, or check that, right next to Logan Street Signs and Banners and Noblesville Trophies, along with the Wofford Theater, our proud sponsors of Hometown Television Web Network and Hamilton County TV. And we're getting quickly back to action here after that timeout by Hamilton Heights. Trips bunch to the far side for Heights. Handoff, nope, keeper, Jones. Trapped in the backfield, Hank Davis. Also in there was number 28, Andrew Scheib. Coach Scheib's junior son, the 5'10" junior, in there to help Hank Davis, and they didn't buy anything what Ethan Jones was doing there, so that was a little bit of a 3-yard loss.
Initial hit, it's 3rd down.
So it'll be, as we start the 2nd quarter of play,
That's going to be the end of the first quarter.
It'll be 3rd and 6 from the Noblesville 24.
Hamilton Heights, the Millers 7, the Huskies
It absolutely has been a good first quarter here.
You know it. We thought we would see this battle. I thought we would see nothing like we saw last year, the 34-0 drubbing that Hamilton Heights took at Noblesville. I knew we would see a better game
football
overall,
game.
And it's living up to it so far as we are all knotted up 7-7 through one quarter of play. Can't thank Tim Wofford enough for his great camera work up there. Jim Wofford, our producer this evening, and we didn't figure out Ben's last name. Can you write it down for me? We'll get Ben's last name. Ben is running our scoreboard camera so we can keep things updated there. Klyla. Sounds good. And yes, Ben Klyla on our scoreboard. He's running all that, so keep you up to date on what's going on and all that.
Here we go now.
3rd down and 6 as we begin the second quarter play. Craig Atkins alongside Perry Williams. 3rd down and 6 at the Noblesville 24 are the Hamilton Heights Huskies. And the handoff to Cowan up the middle. Noblesville's defense thought they had him, but he spun and went outside and left. And it looks like J. Sean Dickman came out in the flat and took him down at the 22-yard line. So a 2-yard pickup by Cowan, but that'll bring up 4th down and 4 from the Noblesville 22-yard line. Just 30 seconds into the second quarter. 7-7 our score. Great atmosphere here in Arcadia, Indiana at Husky Stadium. End of the first quarter, an update. I'll get you that in a second.
Ethan
Jones flushed out of the pocket, goes right and throws the ball into the end zone, and that's going to be out of the end zone. Out of the end zone. Great play on the ball, and looked like Jesse Brown played the corner of the end zone, and we may see a replay. I'm not sure if Tim's got it.
Can we get a replay on that, Jim? That was a beautiful play over there in the corner.
I don't think we can replay every play.
Jim can do anything.
I realize Jim can do anything with all the setup we've got, but maybe he can, maybe he can't. If he can, you could see where Jesse Brown knew where that corner, the right back corner of the end zone was. So we're going to have a 1st down and 10, Noblesville.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line. Hand the ball off. Uri. Up the sideline he goes, and
ain't nobody gonna catch him.
He is off to the races. Jarrell Uri.
There's 30, no
20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Jarrell Uri. 78 yards later.
And always, as Coach Scheib tells you and I, he's something special.
He is something special, and he went and showed that.
Okay. Here's a replay on that play here.
Jarrell bounces into the pack, and then he bounces outside quick, right past Sterling Weatherford, and he was off to the races. Sterling tried his best, but Uri is so quick, and it's 13-7. Noblesville up. Andrew Little looking to tack on the PAT.
Could be a game of big plays here, Craig.
And holds down, kicks up, and Little's kick is good.
What's now 13-7 here? 14-7.
Little tacked on the PAT, and Noblesville with a minute 6 into the second quarter play has taken the lead again, 14-7. And with last week's 55-50 topsy-turvy back and forth seesaw, whatever you want to call it, affair with Lawrence North, where Noblesville, Jarrell scored on a 16-yard scamper up the middle with 21 seconds left. You wonder if it's going to be the same kind of game where it's going to be a hit me and I'll hit you back type game, or if Noblesville's defense will settle down, or if Hamilton Heights is going to take advantage of some things they've seen so far on Noblesville's defense.
We got a good shot over there on the sidelines with Coach talking to Coach Scheib, talking to the kicking team of his cast that he has on his ankle. We'll have to ask him about that Monday show. One of the things, while we got a minute here, Tune in on Monday night at 7 o'clock. We've got a great coaches show where all the Hamilton County coaches come in and talk about the games.
Kickoff taken by Riley White at the 2-yard. Check that, the 1-yard line. He scampers his way from the right to the left, and they will mark this ball down at the 17-yard line where Hamilton Heights takes over.
One thing about it, Riley White is built low to the ground. For you people who want to get up early and would like to see a big cross-country meet, we'll have that cross-country meet. We'll be on the air about 8:30. Is that correct, Jim? We'll be on the air at 8:30 tomorrow morning for cross-country meet. I think there's probably 8-10 teams there in Noblesville, and it'll be a great meet. So we'll be broadcasting that on Hamilton County TV 1.
Jones spending all the time in the world. Finds Weatherford for about a 7-yard pickup.
Jones is very elusive back there now.
And he showed it because he had to spin
back
and forth. Watch how many times one spin. Here goes number 2
again.
He was on the 1 and finally spun around back to his left and found Sterling Weatherford for an 8-yard pickup they'll give him.
Great job by Weatherford of coming back to the ball. When you see your quarterback in trouble like that, you're taught you need to come back to help and get open. So that's exactly what happened.
Well, that's a sign of a good, smart football player when you see they're in trouble, but you come back and help them out, no matter if it's going to be a 1 or 2 yard pickup. But he gained 8, and the reverse this time, Riley White, and there's going to be flags a-flying, and this may come back.
On the carry, got a flag.
Riley White on the carry gets up to the 29-yard line for a 4-yard pickup. Would be
tackled by number 59, Ethan Robbins on the tackle.
Ethan.
It's an illegal block in the back against
our intern here at Hometown and Hamilton County TV.
Hey, also next week we'll be doing the county cross-country meet on Tuesday, and then we will be doing Fishers versus Noblesville girls soccer. The play-by-play by Craig Atkins.
You may get the PA starting lineups from me as well at the same time, so it'll be an interesting twist on things. But yeah, a great matchup. Fishers coming in. They'll probably come in next week as the 2A. There are only 2 classes in soccer. They'll be the 2A number 1 since they are defending state champions. Cowan gets the handoff on the delay up to about the 23-yard line. Check that. Yep, 23-yard line they'll give it.
I'll tell you what, the one thing about Callan, they have him listed, Craig, at 5'10", 160 pounds, but he looks really solid. I mean, he's a strong running back.
Yeah, he looks like he's A, taller, and B.
A little bit heavier than 160.
Weighs more than 160. So, I mean, I'll give him the 5'10", but I think they're shading him back on his weight. 3rd down and 4 at their own 23-yard line. In motion comes Lutz. And
Jones looks like he's going to run here.
And he doesn't get far as he's stripped
from
the backfield. Justin Ogle.
Jones on the carry.
Ogle did a good job there.
Ogle, number 6 on the stop. Bring up a 4th down.
4th down for the Huskies. They're going to be punting.
First punt of the night, and this will be number 43, Chase Fisher. Looks like.
Fisher set to punt.
Back to receive this punt at his own 46, 47-yard line will be Jarrell Uree.
He's a 6-foot senior, 170 pounds.
Snaps high, but nice spiral punt.
Oh, nice punt, really.
Jarrell going to stay away from this and let it go. That's what we used to call poison back in the day, and they probably still do to this day. Do not touch it.
Punt will be down at the Millers 20.
Nick Peterson downs that at the 26. Nice.
Well, I certainly know that Coach Mitch Street did not want the ball kicked to Jarrell Uree. So, here we go.
So, Noblesville takes over at their own 26-yard line. That was a nice punt overall as they got the nice generous bounce there by Chase Fisher. So, Noblesville takes over once again at their own 27-yard line, rather. And going to be a handoff.
Uree trying to get outside.
Gets out of bounds at about the 32, it looks like. Maybe a 5-yard pickup.
21
and it is.
Ball carrier, 33. Woods will force him out.
Jarrell is a senior now. He's got a little bit smarter. He does, when he gets over there close, he knows they're closing in. He's not going to lower that head and go.
Well, the past couple of years, he's gotten a bell run.
Yeah.
2nd and 5 at the 32, 8:37 left till half. Mello completes a pass. Looks like J.D. Shive, number 8, out there. And now check that Travis Gillian.
Number 4 for the Huskies, Sterling Weatherford on the tackle.
4 tackles, 4.
Number 4, Gillen. He'll be enough for a Miller's first down.
Weatherford's a nice-sized kid, too, out there for the Huskies. Huskies got good size for 3A football team now.
Little jump there. And that looks like number 15, Josh Feltz. 6'2", 205, number 15, the left defensive end.
Offside call against the Huskies.
So that'll be a 1st and 5 now at the 42. A nice catch there by Travis Gillian. Gillian pivotal when he didn't really receive the handoff. That fumbled right into a Lawrence North hand last week when they scored, and they jumped again. And that looks like it's going to be number 22.
Yeah, it looked like
Nathan Roth, maybe. Yep, that's Roth. He knows he jumped.
Dead ball foul, being offsides against the Huskies. Another 5. It'll be first down.
What is it now, Craig, on the Huskies and penalties?
6 penalties, 40 yards, and that's 2 first downs for Noblesville by penalty.
And you know that Coach Street is going to be talking about that at the halftime, because that, he always, he's told us all along that they got to really play a good football team to hang with the Millers, and mental errors like that just can't happen.
Yeah, and a big part of that is being as disciplined as you need to be, especially when you've got a smart, seasoned quarterback like Luke Mello, and he can get you to jump, and he's done it 3 or 4 times tonight already.
Good shot there of the Huskies huddle. Coach Street talking to his team. Here we go, 14-7. We got 8:15 left to go before the half.
And we're back to it. Chandler Hurst in the pistol with Mello. Looks like Jarrell getting a little break. And almost jumped again. Hurst up the middle, across the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 15. Out of bounds. Chandler Hurst, a nice run. And they will spot that at the 17. So
yeah, here's a replay on that play by Chandler Hurst. A great run. He gets up the middle, gets into a gap, gets one block, gets outside, down the sideline there.
God, he is quick too.
Yeah, he
Hurst with a nice 35-yard pickup there. And over the top he goes, tries to find Jackson Thurman again, but he's covered there by number 13, Nick Peterson.
It'll be 2nd and 10.
You know the one thing about it, in talking with Coach Scheib earlier in the year, I said, who probably did you think is really someone that will be surprised? And he told me Chandler Hurst has worked very, very hard this season. I mean, on the off season. That's where you build it. That's where you build your teams.
Jarrell in motion behind the backfield. Hurst gets the inside handoff up the middle, across the 15, and just inside the 15, so a 2-yard pickup by the junior tailback. And it's good to see, a little bit of a mix-up, because obviously Jarrell Urey is looked upon to get the ball just about every play if they're running the ball. Chandler Hurst, a great option for that secondary to kind of handoff, and he's showing he's very capable of being a number 1. So it's 3rd down and 7 at the Hamilton Heights 14-yard line. 7.5 minutes left till halftime. Mello finds it. And over the outreach of Gillian. Intended for a touchdown. Travis Gillian.
He'll bring up a 4th down.
And it's incomplete. Mello now 3 out of 7. Last week he was, I think he had 1 or 2 incompletions in the first half. So he was almost, I guess afraid to have an incompletion. He's kind of more relaxed back there, trying to see what he can do with his receivers. Speaking of, Uri Gillian, Shive to the near. Hurst and Thurman to the far. Mello looks. Fine. Over the head of Jackson Thurman on 4th down, and they will turn the ball over.
Good cover again by Nick Peterson. I think we really need to pay close attention to this front line of the Huskies, because like I said, there's quite a few of them. Anderson and Cook are going both ways. So is Zach Stevens and Sean Kinnaman. So, that front four, and you keep getting pounded and blocked all night long by the big line of Noblesville. So as the game goes on, we need to pay close attention to that front line of the Huskies. And it's what Coach Street says to us, man. It is what it is, If
that's how you roll, you got to roll with who's out there and who can do things for you. Yeah. Here goes Jones in the pistol, 3 wide to the near side. Hands it off. Nope. Yep, he does. Hand it off. Looks like Cowan. He's across the 15 to the 16, 17.
Hank Davis on the tackle.
Hank Davis, a very, very vital contributor to this Noblesville defense. He's the middle linebacker and signal caller. One of the captains of this Noblesville team as a whole. 2-yard pickup there by Cowan as he found a couple yards in traffic there.
Bullard also in on that tackle, Craig. He's one of our basketball boys.
He is. Grant will be probably a beast. As also in there was number 45, Scott Berghoff. 2nd and 7 from the 16 in motion. Jesse Brown fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, does Jones, and the Noblesville defensive
wasn't
front
nothing there.
Not flinching at all. That's Grant Bullard in there, and he's
number 6,
looks like a no gain by Jones.
Ogle
and Bullard.
It's 3rd down.
Big 3rd down and 7 from the 16. A no gain on that play by Jones. Play clock down to 10 seconds, so we may see Hamilton Heights burn another one here as the play clock may expire, or they're just going to find their punter a little more room as, nope.
Yeah, they're
Jones calls a TO.
Well, let's go through our sponsors here, Craig.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Community Health Network, also by the Farmers Bank. Head to thefarmersbank.com and find a branch near you. Branches in Noblesville, Tipton, Fishers, and in Northwest Indiana and Merrillville. Church, Hiddle and Antrim, attorneys at law. Smith's Jewelers, Indiana Restoration and Cleaning Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners. Visit them at loganstreetsigns.com and give them a call at 773-7300.
And also another new sponsor, Cool Creek Insurance. They do personal, business, and sports insurance. 317-548-5691.
And that's a big one now, sports insurance, because that could obviously be
with all these youth
tearing an ACL or all these people. Now it's an Achilles tear. And I'm not saying it's a big one now, but there are more of those.
And the one thing about it, you and I think about this a lot. The gentleman that owns that, Demetrius Pappas, his brother owns Gigi's Cupcakes.
Hey, there we go. I think I had one time. It was chocolate and peanut butter from Gigi's. It was real good. Jones back to pass here on 3rd down and in the flat. Tip but no rip by McGuire Plummer. Nice play on the ball as he kind of found his way around Ethan Robbins. Ethan helped him get to that pass breakup, bringing up a 4th down, and Noblesville forcing Heights to punt. Here was 5:44 left until half. 4th and 7 at their own 16. Fisher back to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Jarrell Uri at midfield, right there on the H. Beautiful night here in Arcadia. Low punt, it hits the ground, and that's another spiral.
Kicking away from Uri.
Jarrell going to let it go out of bounds at about the 42, it looks like.
Fisher
41.
Roll out of bounds at the Millers 41-yard line.
So they'll take over. Noblesville takes over at their own 41-yard line. Uri smartly, like we said, he wouldn't have done that in the past couple years. He would have tiptoed the sideline, grabbed the ball, and found his way, or at least tried to find a seam in the punt team there. But was smart about it and let it go out of bounds. 5:37 left here in the first half. 14-7 Noblesville. They're looking to build on it this drive as Luke Mello and the offense come out here. Hurst flank to his right. Uri to his left.
Switching in motion.
Jarrell rushes up the middle across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. 6-yard pickup by the senior tailback.
On the tackle for the Huskies was number 20, Carl Cameron.
5 carries, 101 yards for Uri now.
It's kind of cool how Uri kind of tiptoed through that first set of defenders.
It's like, let me see if I can sneak through here and then wherever I get from here. 6 yards on that pickup. And Mello loses handle, and he's got to pick it up, and he does, and looks like he's back to the line of scrimmage maybe.
Kind of a little risky play there by Mello rather than he tried to pick it up rather than just fall on it. That could have been a dangerous play for Mello there.
Dropped 5, so it's 3rd down and 9 at the 42, so lost 5 of those 6 yards that Uri gained. Mello, and he almost tried to pick it up with one hand, too.
Mello holding his back a little bit, too, here.
Tough kid. He'll be all right.
Oh, yeah.
Back there in the pistol with him is Hurst. 3 wide to the far. Shive to the near. He's got blocking room, and no, he doesn't. 33, Joe Woods sneaks through and sacks Mello.
He nailed Mello.
Great play on that by Joe Woods. Joe's a stout-looking 6'1", 180 linebacker for the Huskies.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, this has been a good football game, but the one thing about it, Craig, is the Huskies are going to make some noise in 3A football this year. And along with Guerin Catholic in 3A football. So
yeah, Guerin comes in at 3A, number 5 in the coaches' poll. Heights is number 6. And Hank Davis will punt. It's a nice sidewinder again. Nice over the head of Riley White, and that's going to bounce. And he picks it up at the 1, and nice tackle there by number 42 of the Millers, Will Schultz, the 6'2", 190-pound junior.
I think the referees are going to call the ball down.
At the very most, yep. He was tackled, looked like at the 1-yard line. 4 or 5 Millers saying that, they're marking the ball at the 1.
Let's see. You can watch a replay here and make a call yourself.
First contact.
Yeah, he's down. Yeah. He just tried to get up, and
he set the ball
down. On the replay, it was definitely.
He set the ball down because he was down, so ouch.
Good call by the referees there.
So ball at their own 1 with 3:37 until half.
What do you think?
A long road for the Heights Huskies. Let's see what they can do here on this drive.
We'll probably see Cowan carrying the ball. He's a big, strong back for them. So
yeah, and we may see it on a delay.
Yeah. Cowan's lined up behind Jones.
And the snap to Jones.
There's Cowan with the ball.
Hands it off to Cowan. He's up across the 6. Down up to the 9-yard line. They'll mark him around the 10 for a 9-yard pickup.
13 is on the tackle for the Millers. Stapleton on the tackle.
Austin Stapleton with that nice tackle by the Millers.
Well, they got a little bit of breathing room there. Cowan got him a little bit of breathing room there. Nice blocking up front by that Husky offensive line.
Officials timeout. It looks like maybe calling Pete Dewar, the Noblesville athletic trainer from Riverview and Community Health Network. J. Sean Dickman over there taking a knee at the 16.
He's a 5'11", 180-pound junior.
He's been a difference maker already. He was last week against Lawrence North, and he's been in on some key tackles already tonight for defensive coordinator Adam Essler's defense. So we'll see what Doc Jacobson and Pete Dewar figure out, and we'll try and check in pretty soon and figure out. It's a 7:30 kickoff with Lafayette Central Catholic and Guerin Catholic. We'll see what Mitch Robinson's up to on HCTV2 and HTTV2.com. We'll see how the two schools are meeting up, and they're actually not too far from here. Just south of 32 and Gray Road.
Yeah, it's a long trip for Central Catholic. That's why they delayed that game. Well, it didn't delay it. They moved the start back to 7:30.
You know, and there aren't many 7:30 kickoffs. They're mostly 7 o'clock because people like
Jim and I that are old need to get a rest. No, Jim never rests. I forgot about that.
Jim doesn't sleep, does he?
No, never.
If he does, I think he takes a nap in the theater.
Here we go.
And we're back to it. Cowan dotting Jones's eye. Tight end left. And the handoff to Cowan. He's met by there. Ethan Robbins and Austin Stapleton. And also in there comes Zach Tuane.
Ethan Robbins
having a good first half so far.
That's right. He's one of Jim's interns.
Yeah.
Ethan Robbins.
He and Kenzie Browning.
That's right.
He was met immediately by the interior line.
Shout out to Kenzie. I'm sure she's over there in that student section over there, smiling and being happy.
Third down and 2 at their own 9-yard line. They started on the 1 after Riley White decided to pick the punt up. Jones
is going to keep
rushes, and he'll keep it across the 10-yard line up to about the 14, gaining 5 yards, and it'll be a first down.
Grant Bullard on the attacker there. Bullard's had a good first half here.
A rushing first down, number 6 for Hamilton Heights so far.
2:20 left to go here in the half, in the second quarter.
And also like to thank a friend of mine, Steve Wilson, for watching tonight, and the many others out there. We're hoping you are enjoying the broadcast. Jones passes out of the reach of Brown, almost into the hands of Riley White.
Riley White, I think he was heading upfield before he caught it. Don't you think?
It was out of the hands of Jesse Brown and almost into the reach of Riley White. So second down and 10 at the 14-yard line. I'd like to wish Steve and Susan Wilson's son Andrew good luck as he starts a little fall ball action, as he's now a member of the Purdue baseball team. Former Miller, he was the left fielder on Noblesville's state championship team.
And was a player, could go after it.
Could hit the ball and wouldn't mind going up to Purdue to see a few games. Jones up the middle and almost a tip and rip off the hands of Jesse Brown, and nice dive, but out of the reach of Harris Camp. So bringing up third down and 10.
Harris Camp's another one of those Millers that's got good speed out there, along with Yuri and Jesse Brown. So there's some good speed out there on that field.
So big third down for Hamilton Heights offense. 1:55 until half. Noblesville up 14-7. Third down and 10 at their own 14. Ethan Robbins goes up the line, cheats back, stays home. Being chased, Jones up in the air, and McGuire Plummer didn't have any idea where the ball was.
Catch.
And incomplete, as Cayman Lutz did not hang on. But one thing as a DB, watch the eyes of your defender, and also kind of turn around, swivel your hips, and look for the ball. I think McGuire Plummer had a lucky stint right there because Lutz couldn't hold on to it. Fourth down now.
Craig, wanted to give a shout out also to Caitlin O'Reilly. She is down in Florida on a recruiting a visit to Florida Atlantic. So be safe down there and make sure you get out of there for the hurricane.
That is true, and I'm thankfully glad my girlfriend Kelly was in Puerto Rico for the past 11 days, flew back today before Hurricane Erica and possibly Tropical Storm got to the island.
Absolutely.
So glad she's back on the mainland and should be landing anytime now.
I think it's supposed to be in the States on Sunday sometime.
Yeah, there were. I saw
it's a tropical storm right now.
One of the Miami TV stations giving an update on the Weather Channel, and it doesn't look too good for the Miami-Dade area. So,
but they've been there, done that. So,
oh yeah, they'll prepare. Mello had to pick the ball up off the turf there. Uri
picks up maybe 3, maybe.
Noblesville starts this drive at the Heights.
1:27 left to go here in the second quarter. Millers are up 14-7. It's been a good football game. Great job done by the Huskies.
Yeah, Noblesville knew they would have their hands full. Uri on the carry again after he picked up 3 on first down. That's going to be spotted down close to a first down.
21, Uri again, the ball carrier. He was forced out by 7.
I'll tell you what, Craig, if you look around the field here, there are people everywhere standing along the fence, in the end zones, people sitting back there on the other side of the track. I mean, there are people everywhere.
Well, like we saw, it was almost like Field of Dreams as people were stopped coming down 19. Uri has the carry and the first down. Looks like he got out of bounds maybe, and he does. Gets across the 35 down to about the 32-yard line for a 4-yard pickup. So he crosses the century mark. He crossed that actually last drive, but for the second time in consecutive weeks to start this season. Minute 5 left, and the clock's rolling. Noblesville 1st and 10 at the 33 of Hamilton Heights. Jarrell gets the handoff again across the 35, or check that down, across the 30 down to the 29. 4-yard pickup.
Anderson on the Tyler Anderson, number 73, on the tackle for the Huskies there. Miller's calling timeout. Lance Shibe wants to make sure we hang on to the football here and try to pound away and maybe put it in the end zone one more time.
You know, it's a good thing I'm not taking notes from Don Jellison here to my right.
Can you read him?
I can't tell what he's writing.
He can't either. That's the bad part about it. Don don't know what he's written down there. He'll make all this stuff up after the game.
It's normal. Like if I take notes about something, it's chicken scratches, and it's one. He can read it, and he'll write his story just perfectly about it. But it's a matter of getting anyone else to try and read it.
Yeah, and Don, he's been at it a long time, and he's the best in the business at writing stories for sports, and he's getting pretty good in the political ring too on some of those stories that he digs the answers out.
4-yard pickup there before the timeout. 3 wide here. Shibe, Groover, Gillian, and Mello going out through the air, and Shibe up the middle. I check that up the sideline and down. Ooh, down to the 1-yard line.
J.D. Shibe.
28-yard pickup by J.D. Shibe. Nice catch by the senior.
Yeah, here's the replay going on this. Mello back. Shibe in the corner. Yep, just fell a little bit shy of the end zone there.
Yep, J.D. tried to extend himself over the goal line, and his knee hit the 1. That's where they're at. First and goal at the 1. Mello keeps it up the middle and reaches forward, and Luke Mello across the goal line.
Touchdown.
Mello run it in for the Millers touchdown.
Here's the replay of the touchdown. Mello on the keeper here. Fakes to Uri to go outside. Mello shoots back up the middle.
And smart enough.
Joe Woods on the tackle, but it was way too late.
Luke, and he reached himself out. Figured,
Sterling
Weatherford almost blocked that.
Weatherford was coming.
21-7 is our score. 36 seconds left here in quarter number 2. We'll kind of try and put some stats together for you at halftime and kind of bring things to a head and figure out what it's going to take for either of these two teams
to come out victorious.
You got it.
Because it's still a good football game now, It's
I forgot to remind you, they are selling 50-50 tickets, and the 2 lovely young ladies doing that are right in front of me by the track. So
that's one thing I don't think I have put my money into. It was a 50-50, and I think it was the 4th game about a month ago, 3 weeks ago maybe, the Cubs-Giants series. We were up at the game at Wrigley Field.
Yeah, I know.
And it's showing on the one video board. It was $20,000. So you're taking home $10,000 for the 50-50.
Not a bad deal,
No,
right?
no, not at all.
You would have liked to see a Cubs game and go home with $10,000, wouldn't you?
Oh, came home with. Yeah, I mean they won, so I wouldn't mind a little extra cash in my pocket either. Here we go, Little to kick off at his own 40 and end over end.
Good kick there.
And that was in the end zone, about a yard deep. Jesse Brown wanted to bring it out, but not in high school anymore.
I'll tell you what, Littles has improved tremendously on kickoffs and extra points this year, and that's going to be a huge part. It's a huge part when it comes to 6A football, you know. Yeah, we'll take a break here and at halftime, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit right before the half starts. But Jim's going to take. We'll have a commercial and. Yeah, he's got to come down there.
First down and 10 at the 20-yard line. 36 ticks till half. Noblesville DB is kind of going to shade off here. Jones hands off to Cowan.
34 Cowan, your ball carrier.
Tackled on the play there by 56 for the Millers. That is check that. That is Dalton Davis. 6'1", 225-pound freshman for the Millers. Had some impact plays last week.
Yeah, Coach has got a couple of freshmen that got some pretty good playing time for us.
Same thing with Coach Bud Wright said with his Sheridan Blackhawks. If you've got a guy capable, put him in. And that'll do it for the first half of play as the clock winds down. Noblesville 21, Hamilton Heights 7. We'll come back for stats and more and talk about the first half. And we'll take a break right here on Hometown Television.
When Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage: Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event, or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters, with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
I'm waiting. Oh.
We're live back here at Husky Stadium. As you can see, I think this goes from 6th grade or 7th grade all the way to the 12th graders. We've got obviously the high school marching band out there, but middle schoolers as well, showing their stuff with their instruments as we're at halftime. Hamilton Heights trailing Noblesville 21-7. As Noblesville scored 2 consecutive. Check that. Jackson Thurman's 26-yard touchdown catch to open up the ball game, and on the ensuing drive, Jesse Brown with a 62-yard touchdown run to make it 7-7. And both teams traded punts. And then from their own 22, Jarrell Uree rattled off a 78-yard touchdown run on the 3rd play of the drive. Check that on the 1st play of that drive. And then Hamilton Heights punted. Noblesville turned it over on downs at the Heights 14. And then 2 traded punts again. And Heights punted from their own 16-yard line, setting up Noblesville to take over at the Hamilton Heights 45. And Noblesville found their way down to the 1-yard line on a nice catch, 28-yard catch by J.D. Shy, where he almost found himself into the end zone, but got tripped up, fell down at the his knee hit at the 1-yard line. And then Luke Miller punched it in on the one for a 21-7 Noblesville lead. One big score so far, folks. Avon up 28-21 late first half on number 1 ranked Ben Davis in Class 6A. So that game looks to be a thriller down there at Giant Stadium on the lower west side.
Well, we knew Avon was going to be a good football team this year, and they're going to make it very interesting in the Hoosier College Coast Conference. Now they may make it interesting in the whole state of Indiana. So,
yep, Brandon Peters, 12-yard touchdown pass to Matt Moore. Matt Moore has committed to pitch and I believe play first base at Purdue, if I'm not mistaken. Another close one up in the Fort Wayne area. Fort Wayne Snyder 21. Fort Wayne Lures 20. That's a halftime score. Figured that would be a battle between those two. Doesn't matter how small of a school Lures is. They always compete with the big boys up there.
Craig, who's Brownsburg playing? They're up at the half, 21-14.
They're playing at Lawrence North. Both those teams 0-1. So Brownsburg 21-14 at half over Lawrence North. And let's see.
Mount Vernon Marauders are bouncing back after last week. They're up over the Marion Giants 43-0.
Ladies and gentlemen,
here it is, a game. Lawrence Central Catholic up 21-0 on Guerin with 6:32 left in the second.
Get this halftime score: Monrovia 56, Cascade nothing.
That sounds like a good one.
You know, it's obviously always good to see. Oop, not looking good for Mitch Robinson's broadcast so far.
Yeah, that's what I just said on.
Ouch.
Yeah. Hey, Westfield at Southport, 21-20 Southport right now.
Good ball game down there at Southport.
And we thought it would be, and you know, I think Jake Gilbert's going to make some noise in 5A.
Yeah. Yep. And that's one thing I talked about. Him, you know, starts from the bottom up with programs, and he said their youth football keeps growing and growing every year. And, you know, two years ago, you know, playing for a 5A state championship against Cathedral, that just helps your program make strides. Ron Colley up at home on Franklin Central, 17-7 at the half.
You know, you can say the same thing up here for the Hamilton Heights Huskies. I mean, they've been there before, and they, you know, it's a lot of pride and tradition here, and it's the same thing at Westfield.
Plans to attend Purdue to major in pharmacy.
Defending 4A state champion New Palestine is up 17-7 on the Richmond Red Devils at the half. Actually, I checked at the end of the first quarter. And if I saw this right,
also on our boys tennis team and a member of the student government.
My alma mater Concord is up 31-14 in the first half on Elkhart Memorial. And the odd thing, I was talking to my mom earlier today, and she said tonight's senior night at Concord. I said, she said, well, while people are, you know, they try and get people to stay, you know, to recognize, okay, who this senior class is early. So first home game of the year, they're doing senior night up there at Concord. So that's an interesting twist on things. I mean, a lot of schools do a lot of different things, but I guess that's how they do it.
A big battle in Madison County. LaPel 30, Frankton 8, with 3:18 left to go in the second. Over there in Madison County, those two schools are very, very close together there. And in fact, they're in the same school district. Isn't that correct? That LaPel and Frankton are in.
I believe you're right.
So that's a big game over there.
Krista plans to major in chemistry and neuroscience in college.
And
here's Jim's old. This is Jim's old alma mater. Ritter 14, Lutheran 6, late in the second quarter.
Hopefully we can get a Hamilton Southeastern North Central score and a Fisher's Pike score at some point during tonight's broadcast.
Usually the Fishers people and Southeastern people are pretty good about tweeting out stuff, so especially my buddy Mr. Corey. Hey, how are you?
Noblesville Principal Jeff Bryant making a visit up here in the press box.
This is kind of like old home for him. See,
yeah,
he's a Husky, so it's great to see you. Appreciate it.
And confirmation.
Soccer team hopes to attend Butler next fall to study pharmacy. Madeline Templeton, escorted by her
glad to see confirmation that my girlfriend has landed.
Well, good. We've got that straight. Craig's girlfriend has landed.
Out of harm's way.
Colin Thomas with his parents, Mark and Stephanie Thomas.
Quite a few seniors here on the Husky band.
You know, and
for aeronautical engineering.
I'll tell you what, when we talk about band, we talk about football, cross country, volleyball, all these fall sports, golf, girls golf, tennis for boys and girls. You know, there's a lot of time that they spend practicing and everything. So it's really great for these people to get honored like that.
Also, I remember the boys tennis team.
Yeah, a lot of those people kind of go unsung, as you know. They don't get as much attention as, you know, say this, you know, the star athletes or that team that just won the sectional, or, you know, this or that. And it's, you know, obviously the applause all throughout the stadium as these band seniors are getting recognized.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Halftime stats for, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You know, next week now we got Noblesville Fishers. Rick Wimmer comes to Noblesville to play the Millers and Lance Scheib. And then also the game, Jack Russell will be broadcasting Avon and Hamilton Southeastern.
He's going to get a chance to see that Avon offense. That is,
that's awful potent, you know. And
they're up right now 28-21 late in the first half on 6A number 1 Ben Davis. But Avon coming in at number 6 in the 6A poll this week. I mean, obviously doesn't really surprise us. But I mean, Avon losing some weapons in the backfield. They brought back some more, and Brandon Peters using his targets well as Avon.
Yeah, he's got an arsenal of that's a good football team. It's not just a Brandon Peters show.
Yep, and like you said, it's not the Brandon Peters show, but obviously, you know, not us, but I mean a lot of people out there in the media. They like to amp it up like it's, you know, the Brandon Peters show, or in Brownsbury like it's the Hunter Johnson show. But they have a lot of other integral parts that are helping, you know, that make things possible.
Now Peters also has that very good running back that I can't ever say his name, right?
Actually, that's Brownsburg.
Oh, Brownsburg, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know exactly who you're talking about, but it's you know, it's those extra little parts like the Chandler Hursts of the world, or it's, you know, and
look at the light across the way there, Jim. There's AJ. Welcome, AJ. Him and Jerry Glover calling the game on Speak 'em in Sports. Look at the light across the way there, the Millers cheer block with the phone lights out. AJ hashing it out. Look at that big board. AJ's got it laid out there for this Husky ball game here.
Halftime, and we'll see if we can get AJ to wave.
Yeah, AJ. Hey, AJ.
Looks like he's an intense
him and Jerry
conversation right now with Jerry.
They're seriously.
And we'll go over some stats for the first half, from the first half, before we get things started here in the second, as I throw some paperweights down. Beautiful night here in Arcadia.
Oh, absolutely.
As Noblesville has a 21-7 lead on the host Hamilton Heights Huskies. We will first go over the Hamilton Heights stats. 13 carries for 62 yards out of Clayton Cowan. 7 for 23 yards by Ethan Jones, and 1 carry, 62 yards, and a touchdown for Jesse Brown for the lone Hamilton Heights touchdown. Brown also has 7 yards receiving. I believe it looks like it's their flashlights
on their phones.
They're getting pretty quirky with what they can do on their phones now. They all did it, look like half of them over there.
Yeah, it was really nice.
It's like something you might see at a concert.
Yeah, that's probably it. Because everybody wants a picture of us.
Jesse Brown with 7 yards receiving. Sterling Weatherford with 8. And Ethan Jones is 2 out of 7 through the air for those 15 yards. For Noblesville, Jarrell Uree, 9 carries, 118 yards, including that 78-yard scamper up the visiting sideline across the way. He also had another double-digit 12-yard carry to start the game.
Okay.
And Chandler Hurst, a nice 3 carries, 47 yards, and a lot of nice blocking in there in those 2 back sets. Luke Mello, 5 carries for -3 yards. 2 of those -5 and -9 yards didn't help when he didn't really read the defensive line.
Yeah.
And Heights had good defensive pressure on those plays. Uree has 2 yards receiving. Jackson Thurman, a 26-yard touchdown catch. J.D. Shy before the half, a 28-yard catch down to the 1-yard line, which set up Luke Mello's 1-yard touchdown run. Travis Gillian also with a 5-yard catch as Luke Mello went 3 out of 7. Check that, 4 out of 8 in the first half. 4, let me count it up for you. 4 out of 8 for 80 yards, so averaging 20 yards per catch for Noblesville's offense. 4 rushing first downs to 1 receiving, 2 by penalty for Noblesville, 6 rushing first downs for Hamilton Heights. Tonight's game is brought to you by Community Health Network, and look at the Noblesville student body over there.
Yeah,
they are
pretty
really
cool.
Mr. Hash. We're gonna see it on Twitter because he's right in front of them videoing. This is pretty cool. Also brought to you by the Farmers Bank. Head to thefarmersbank.com and find a branch near you. Branch is located in Fishers, Noblesville, Tipton, and in Northwest Indiana in Merrillville. Also by Church Hiddle and Antrim, attorneys at law. Smith's Jewelers, Indiana Restoration Services. Also by Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, and by the Wofford Theater. Head to thewoffordtheater.com and see which movie is playing this weekend in the comfort of the Wofford Theater. I believe we've still got a movie in the park as well, right, Jim? Tonight is the last movie in the park.
Yes, that is true.
But still, do not hesitate to head to WoffordTheater.com and check out. You got 50-50 tickets, didn't you? Noblesville will be kicking off to start the second half. And back to receive will be Jesse Brown and Riley White, 11 and 12 respectively in the back row. Near the goal line for the Huskies. Andrew Little to kick off for the Millers. They will be going south to north this half. Heights going north to south.
Here we go.
And the boot is out.
Second half underway.
And taken at the 5-yard line by Jesse Brown. Finds room, goes back left side and gets some blocking room. And Brett Bell, almost a shoestring tackle, but he finds a way to get to him. And that helps his teammates out to get to him.
And to get to the pursuit. Bell, good job by Brett Bell there. Goes off limping a little bit, but he did a good job there holding up Jesse Brown just for the right moment there to. I
want to give a shout out to Brady Resch. Just followed me on Twitter and wish him luck up in Muncie at Ball State at school.
Yeah, because this year it's not going to be the Nick and Brady show. Nick's only Nick's going to solo this year.
He's going to find a partner.
So September 14th, Nick Mills will be back with his show live on Hamilton County TV at 4:30. Here we go.
And that'll be a 2-yard pickup there.
He'll bring up 2nd and 8 for the Huskies.
Count a 2-yard pickup on first down, and in motion comes Brown. Gets the handoff just like he scored in the first quarter. And can't find any room.
No.
And
he's cutting back across.
Back the other side.
What a job there. Great run by Jesse Brown there.
Didn't give up. Ran into the pile and then found his way back out of it.
Harris Camp on the tackle for the Millers, but that could have been a very, very dangerous run there, and did a great job.
Could have turned it into no yards, but turned into 13 when he really ran about 20.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great job done. Jesse Brown, he's one of those players, the next guy up, and the guy that could step up and be Logan Cunningham or a Grant Weatherford on this Husky football team.
Minute 15 into the second half, 21-7 Noblesville. Jones back to pass in the pocket, and over the middle, Sterling Weatherford.
Nice catch.
Gets the connection up to the 45-yard line. They'll mark him at the 46, a 16-yard pickup.
Harris Camp on the tackle for the Millers.
That's their first receiving first down, 8th overall.
Let's keep in mind, Craig, like we said, here's a replay on that. Ethan Jones can throw the football now. So you may be seeing the Huskies go to the air more, okay? Because Ethan Brown last year, even though he missed 4 ball games, he threw for 1,208 yards for the Huskies.
Made up for lost time, and dotting his I is Clayton Cowan back there. Gets a snap back in the pocket,
again.
And he's going to go over the middle with it, and Sterling Weatherford, the intended receiver, and
Weatherford on a catch.
Down to about the 21-yard line. They'll mark him at the 20, 34-yard pickup.
Austin Stapleton on the tackle there. Here's the replay on that.
And why wouldn't you use that 6'4" frame of Sterling Weatherford?
And spatially as athletic as Sterling Weatherford is for the Hamilton Heights Huskies. He is an athlete.
6'4" junior is Sterling Weatherford. We also want to wish his brother Grant good luck at Purdue as he'll be playing some basketball for Matt Painter and company this winter. In motion comes Riley White. Up the middle, he'll sneak it. His 5'4" frame tackled by Justin Ogle.
Number 12, the ball carrier, White. Number 6, Ogle.
Ogle on the tackle for the Millers.
2-yard gain by Riley White. Second down and 8 at Noblesville's 18, and Heights is in business with that big 34-yard pickup. Sterling Weatherford already 2 catches, 50 yards in this half.
That's right. He's a big target to throw to.
Jones looks like he's going to use his arm this half, and flushed out and tried to run. Across the 20 he goes, down to the 18, back to the line of scrimmage.
I think Davis missed the tackle there, but Bullard got the tackle, but Hank kind of missed him a little bit, but slowed him down to allow Bullard to make the tackle.
Brings up 3rd down.
Big 3rd down here. Stopped him for no gain.
Big play right here for both teams. For the Huskies to keep this momentum going here starting in the 3rd quarter, and also for the Millers to stop this Mo from moving in the Husky way.
Taven Lutz, check that Lutz. And Jesse Brown to the far side. Riley White to the near. And intercepted by Hank Davis. And he'll be tackled almost immediately by Weatherford.
Hank Davis picked off the interception there. A big interception by the senior leader and captain, Hank Davis. Here's a replay on that.
Now watch how Hank Davis stays home on this play because he knows Weatherford's going to be a possibility. And a nice tip off the hands of Jesse Brown and into the hands, the rip by Hank Davis for the interception. So Noblesville will take over at their own 20. So it's almost like a punt. And
nothing there for Yeary.
Nothing doing.
Tyler Anderson in there. Anderson and Roth both on that tackle.
Lost 2 yards, did Jarrell Uree.
Sometimes it doesn't happen very often,
No.
but I'm sure that Coach Street's going to try to key a little bit on Mr. Uree if you possibly can.
That just makes Mello open up his options to Shive, Gillian, Thurman, and the like. Mello flushed out, goes right, and avoids the sack and finds a little room, but steps out of bounds. Going to be a 3rd down. May not have gained anything there at all. Check that, he lost another yard. So 2 carries, -3 yards between he and Uree this drive so far. 3 wide to the near side. It's like Thurman to the far. Mello back to pass. Finds room and off the hands of Chandler Hurst. That makes Mello 4 out of 9 through the air now. And that brings up 4th down and 13 at their own 17.
Rodney White was over there on the coverage for the Huskies. Well, this game's certainly not over, Craig. There's still a lot of football to be played here.
Well, not by any means, and obviously, this defensive stop of Noblesville after the INT. After Hamilton Heights got that far into Noblesville territory, kind of an end-over-end punt by Davis, and down to the 39 where it goes out of bounds.
An end-over-end punt is very, very hard to handle.
And that's a 44-yarder. And that'll give Hamilton Heights pretty good field position at their own 39.
At their own 40.
But it's got to kind of motivate their offense after they made progress that far down before the tip and rip interception, and they hold Noblesville on 3 and out and make them punt. So ball on their own 40, we'll give it for the Heights Huskies. Weatherford and White, looks like Riley White out there. Jones
once again
finds Jesse Brown. He gets just across midfield to the 49 of Noblesville. That's an 11-yard pickup.
Davis on the tackle for the Millers.
4 out of 9. Both quarterbacks 4 out of 9. But Jones is 2 out of 2 this half. And that's the 3rd receiving first down of this quarter so far. It's 5 minutes into the second half. So progress.
Yeah, they haven't been throwing the ball. They didn't throw the ball much against Mount Vernon, but the second half they're opening up a little bit, and Jones can throw the ball.
Hands it off to Cowan. Gets down just across the 45 to the 44, a 5-yard pickup.
Looks like Bullard on the tackle there, had him wrapped up.
Cowan's got 3 carries for 20 yards this half so far. So, I mean, adding to his total, he's got 16 for 82 on the game. 2nd down and 5 at the Noblesville 44. Back in the pistol with Cowan. Hands it off to Cowan, and Noblesville's front 5 doesn't bite.
45 on the tackle. Scott Berghoff in there for the tackle.
Pretty stout defensive lineman, 5'10", 225 is Berghoff. 3rd down and 5. Didn't gain any there at the Noblesville 44. Swings here to the near, Weatherford and Brown. Back to pass Jones, the ball. It's a lateral because he was lateral with Clayton Cowan.
Hank Davis in there, also Berghoff in there again. Right now, not seeing much offense either side right now after that little drive that the Huskies drove the ball down, and they kind of stalled, we stalled, now they've stalled again. So
Fisher back to punt. He's at his own 38 right now. Jarrell Urey back there.
Short
watch
kick.
out, cheerleaders. She almost caught her with her pom-poms down there on the track, and Noblesville going to be in business.
After the punt, the Millers take over with the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 47.
Almost at midfield to start
Good field
this drive.
position right here starting off for the Millers.
So it'll be Miller football at their own 47-yard line here on the near hash. J.D. Shy will be able to receive it to the near side. Gillian and Thurman to the far. Travis in the slot. Hurst and Urey in the backfield with Luke. Sends Jarrell in motion. Hands it off to Hurst. Hurst up the middle. Gets 2 yards up to the 49.
Number 22, ball carrier, Hurst. 22, Rawson. 68, Cook on the stop. It's a second down.
Second down and 8 on their own 49-yard line. Urey in the slot on the far side now with Hurst in the backfield. Hands it off to Hurst. Little slight pitch, and he loses the yard.
Hurst again, the ball carrier, Roth on the stop.
Roth and
72, Souter.
And this may be a play here on 3rd down coming up.
cool. I just got a text from Grant Weatherford up at Purdue. They're watching a ball game. They're watching a Husky ball game. Shout out to you, Grant.
Mello back to pass in the slot, hits J.D. Scheib. Close to a first down. It looks like they're going to spot him past it. And they may have been giving him a generous spot or just a football over.
Here's a replay on it.
He will pick up enough yardage for a Miller's first down.
Miller's got a first down on this play here.
9-yard pickup by J.D.
Mello
the
throwing a pass to Scheib. Nice catch by Scheib there.
So only the second receiving first down. Mello, little pitch pass to Jarrell Urey, busted outside and gets across the 40 down to about the 36-yard line. So a 6-yard pickup by Jarrell.
Brownsburg's tied 21-21 at the half.
I figured that'd be a pretty good game with Lawrence North, the way they played Noblesville last week.
Lawrence North, I mean, they've only won a couple games in the last 2 years, but they're going to be a good football team.
Jarrell gets the pitch again, and looks like we're going to have a flag that almost hit a player, but Urey finds himself going out of bounds. And we'll see what the penalty flag is.
Joe Woods over here pushing Urey out of bounds.
Got down to about the 27 for a 9-yard pickup, but we'll see. I think that may come back.
Holding against the Millers.
10-yard mark off. So that was at the 32. It'll bring it back to the 42. Just the third penalty from my count on the Millers for 25 total yards. That one a 10-yard variety. Brings up 2nd and 10 on the 42. So back where they started.
Brandon Peters is the first half is 13 for 21, 200 yards.
Jarrell Urey just doesn't give up. Gets 2 yards there after he bounced out twice.
21-yard ball carrier.
Bring up 3rd down and 8 at the Hamilton Heights 40-yard line. 2:44 left here and running here in the 3rd quarter of play. Greg Atkins alongside Perry Williams.
Beautiful weather, beautiful crowd. It's great to be up here at Hamilton Heights. They've been gracious hosts here tonight. Good food. We got internet connection up here, and it's a great time. We're in business now.
Takes the handoff to Jarrell. Luke flushes out right and finds him across the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. 3-yard pickup. That'll bring up 4th and 5. Yeah, this is another cool thing, and I texted this to and I tweeted our banner down below. Head to hctvyoutube.com. Is that we're streaming live on YouTube tonight, folks.
So you got 4 different ways you can watch the ball game.
Things keep getting cooler. Mello rolls out to his left, finds room, and there's Ben Groover down to the 29-yard, took that 26-yard line, and that.
No, pass is complete. End up with Miller's first down. They now have a 30-10 to
Sterling Weatherford on the tackle there.
First catch of the night for Ben Groover for 14 yards. Nice, solid little button hook there by Groover. Hands the ball off now to Uri. Up the middle, and he is gone. 26 yards later, Jarrell Uri.
And there's good blocking up front. I mean, they gave him that hole. Uri only needs one step.
Once he finds room, he is gone, just like he was for his first touchdown run of 78 yards on that end around.
We'll do a replay right after the kick here.
And that touchdown set up by Ben Groover's nice 14-yard pickup to get a first down. Just the 3rd receiving first down of the night for Noblesville. They have 4 rushing. Little's kick, Shives hold. It's good. So with 1:26 left here in the third quarter.
Here's the replay on that touchdown here.
If you also look at the blocking.
Great blocking there. He had a great hole.
That hole was pretty much just paved by Austin Dreyer.
I don't think I could get through it, but you'd have probably got through it. What? I said I didn't think I could get through that hole. I have Don Jellison up here heckling me.
Maybe he could have blocked a hole like that, Don.
Yeah.
With 1:26 on the third quarter clock, Noblesville extends its lead on Hamilton Heights 28-7 here at Husky Stadium in Arcadia, Indiana. Just north of Noblesville on State Road 19. So it's funny, I talked to my mom earlier. She said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm driving on State Road 19. I said, "Well, not anywhere close to you, where you are."
Yeah.
State Road 19 goes all the way up into Elkhart County, but that's not the recommended way you want to go to.
That'd be a long way
to get that far north. It takes probably about 3.5, 4 hours to drive that, all the country roads. Driving through all the small towns and whatnot. 28-7 now our count. Noblesville up. I think they've got a little bit more comfort feeling this week than last week when it was so back and forth. Oh, the ball fell over. Maybe we still have that much breeze, but it feels just nice and
It's
cool.
nice up here, isn't it, Craig?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I want to shout out to Sherry Schrock and the Hamilton Heights family tonight. They had a very nice hospitality table up here for the press and media. And it's great to come up here at Hamilton Heights.
Oh, and that's going to be off the hands and the number 11 of Jesse Brown. He's got to be frustrated after a couple different times tonight.
Yeah,
he's
many
dropped one, and then this one right here. That'll go out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That's that sophomore in him. Jesse Brown's going to be a great football player here at Hamilton Heights. It's just going to take him time, and sometimes that happens with a young man just taking the eye off the ball, and he was going down the sidelines before he caught it. So we'll see those things. I mean, I followed the Huskies when Cunningham was young up here, and when Grant Weatherford was young up here, and both of those young men turned into great players that could make everything happen on a football field.
Learning from those different mistakes like that young is only going to make Jesse Brown better.
Absolutely.
Brown gets the handoff again. Same play he scored on in the first quarter, but the Millers aren't biting on it as 2-A. And a bunch of his Miller teammates force Brown out of bounds.
Justin Ogle was over there. 2-A was over there. One thing about it is Jesse Brown, he can explode any time. So we got about 1 minute and 17 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Miller's up 28-7.
Second down and 11. Lost a yard there. Did Brown. Kind of makes a 62-yard touchdown down run. 61 total yards up the middle. Clayton Cowan might have gotten 2 out of that play. And we're down to 1:05 left here in the third.
That pretty well was that entire Miller interior line on that left side with the tackles there.
Third down and 8 on the 8. So they dropped him back. Clock a rolling. 45 ticks in period number 3. We'll see if during the fourth quarter we can snag you some more scores of interest.
Don't forget on Hamilton County TV 2.com, Guerin Catholic, Lafayette Central Catholic are playing right now. So we're trying to get 2 games every weekend here at Hometown Network. Avon leads Ben Davis 28-21.
We caught this a little bit late, but at halftime, Hamilton Southeastern had a 21-7 lead on North Central. So Coach Scott May and company.
This is a big game for Scott May's crew at Southeastern, bouncing back after playing that first week against Carmel. So hopefully those Royals can turn it around and get rocking and rolling.
Chittard leading Lawrence Central 17-10. They're probably in the early fourth quarter now.
Yeah, we'll see Chittard later on in the season. So
Week 6, and looks like, that was center Corbin Cook. The 6'5", 255-pound senior had to be helped up off the grass there a minute ago.
And Cook's one of those kids that go both ways for the Huskies.
Those kids are that go both ways, absolutely worn out. Jones, a pass up the middle, and that's complete to Sterling Weatherford.
Weatherford's really a big target out there, size-wise. Great play by the Huskies for a first down. Weatherford's played a big part here, and there's a replay on it.
And that's a 21-yard pickup by Sterling. He's having quite the third quarter. He's got just this quarter 3 catches for 71 yards, so it's 4 for 79 in the ball game. So his brother Grant listening is probably and watching is probably pretty proud of his junior brother right now. Jones, Cowan dots the eye, back there in the pocket, finding someone up the sideline, and Riley White couldn't handle on to it. 6 of 11 now is Jones, and White knew that ball was his, but he's, like you said,
hang on.
He was turning upfield for the first down before he even caught the ball. So second down with 3.5 seconds left here in the third quarter.
I'll tell you, with this passing game here in this third quarter of the Huskies, I mean, when they get in their conference, because they're in a new conference this year, the Hoosier Conference.
Yep.
They're going to make some. They're going to make some waves here. So, and Weatherford is,
hand off to Cowan, gets up to about the 35.
Stapleton on the tackle for the Millers here. So the end of 3, it's the score's 28-7. Craig, let's run through the sponsors here while we got a second.
Tonight's broadcast of Hometown Television Web Network and Hamilton County TV is brought to you by Community Health Network, also by the Farmers Bank. Head to thefarmersbank.com to find a branch near you and get things started, whether you're in Tipton, Fishers, Noblesville, or Merrillville. And also by Church, Hill, and Antrim, attorneys at law, Smith's Jewelers, Indiana Restoration and Cleaning Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, and the Wofford Theater.
And you can't forget Cool Creek Insurance. They're our newest sponsor. They do personal, business, and sports insurance. The number is 317-548-5691.
You can also head to coolcreekinsurance.com.
Absolutely. Thanks, Craig, for saving me.
I saw it at the bottom.
They jump pretty quick here.
And like we said, sports insurance, obviously something that's probably a big factor in insurance these days. So we'll start the fourth quarter here. And the handoff going to go to
Ethan Jones.
Ethan Jones keeps it himself, actually, up to the 41 for a 6-yard pickup.
First down for the Huskies.
6-yard pickup by Ethan Jones. He had a couple of those in the first quarter, along with a 9-yarder. And that's rushing first down number 8 for Hamilton Heights. And you can see the good things that they're going to do here this season. And we'll talk about their upcoming schedule the rest of the way. And obviously through the air he goes, fighting it. And that is number 23. Unfortunately, we will see a penalty there on number 23. I believe that's Brett Bell. If not, it's
Brett Bell.
Blades. We've got 2 juniors that wear 23. I'm not sure which.
It's Brett Bell.
Okay. So yeah, Bell tried to contend there with Riley White.
Talk about Bell. Ethan Jones got his bell rang in that backfield by number 45, Scott Burkhoff. So
he's probably thanking the Lord that he's got a little extra time between plays here so he can shake it off.
The one thing about it, Coach Mid-Street, with the size of Cayman Lutz and Sterling Weatherford, I'd be looking to throw to those guys. They're nice targets for Ethan Jones to throw to.
Fourth penalty now. 40 yards for Noblesville. Jones goes through up the middle. Sterling Weatherford, no!
Oh,
broken up by Bell. 6 out of 12 now through the air is Ethan Jones.
Weatherford coming up limping a little bit, but he shakes it off. He's a Weatherford. He's a tough, hardcore kid for the Huskies.
So bring up second down and 10 on the Noblesville 44. 11:29 left here in the fourth quarter. Noblesville with a 28-21 lead on Hamilton Heights. And next week gets no easier. They'll go on the road for 2 weeks straight to face Lewis Cass and then go to Tipton to begin September. So it doesn't get easy in the Hoosier Conference at all.
Well, there is no love lost between the Tipton Blue Devils and the Hamilton Heights Huskies. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it looks like we may see a false start as this play was blown dead. Oh, yep. Delay a game. 5 yards on the mark off.
And for the first time, the Tipton Blue Devils are in the Hoosier Conference with the Hamilton Heights Huskies. So that rivalry is only going to get bigger and bigger if it can. I mean, they don't like each other anyway. So that's always and they pack. That's at Tipton. They'll pack that field up there.
I think it's even worse. I think they come home and face the West Lafayette Red Devils. Jones hands it off to Clayton Cowan, and he's met by a host of Millers. And at the bottom of that pile, it's Grant Bullard and also number 45, Scott Berghoff.
Berghoff played a good second half here. He's been in a lot of tackles. He was in the backfield. He did not get Ethan Jones, but he did bring his bell.
It seemed like in the first half it was Hank Davis, and then now it's Scott Berghoff in the second half. So it's
next man up.
You're finding depth in that defense. A lot of inexperience, and they're getting the experience quick. Third down and 13 at the 47 of Noblesville. Jones rolls out over an extended Sterling Weatherford and out of bounds. Great play on the ball there by Justin Ogle and Harris Camp. And that'll force 4th and 13 at Noblesville's 47.
To be quite honest, the weather has been a blessing for the Huskies tonight with them having 7 guys going both ways. because it's not a hot, humid night out there. I'm sure they're tired, but it's nothing like it could be.
I don't believe forecasts until they get here, but I've heard 90s next week. A spiral punt by Fisher that time, and nice, beautiful punt inside the 5, and that's what you want your punter to do. Oh, we got a little extracurriculars. We're getting a flag, so it looks like we just saw Joe Woods and that might have been Brett Bell going at it out there on the 20-yard line. As both of them hit the turf and Woods bounced up. We'll see what they call here. Might be offsetting penalties. There's one there and one at the 25. Personal foul, Noblesville. Personal foul, Hamilton Heights. Offsetting.
We've got offsetting personal foul penalties against the Millers and the Huskies.
We certainly don't need those kind of things out there on the football field. I mean, I want to be very, very competitive and everything, but we got to hold our tempers and we got to learn that we can't do things like that. And I'm sure that Coach Scheib and Coach Treat will talk to both of those young men.
Yep. And who knows, those two may be doing some extracurricular running.
Yeah, they may see some
to start
stairs.
Practice or even tomorrow morning.
Yeah, they may see some stair work.
1st and 10 on the 4-yard line for Noblesville. Mello gets it to Uri, and Uri trying to bounce up. Looks like it might be a safety, and it is.
Yes.
I believe it is. He did not get out. It's a safety. Jarrell loses 4.
Here's a replay on that. That penetration by that Hamilton Heights defense did a great job there. Oh, Tyler Anderson just busted through there. No one, the big senior made a difference right there, and he busted him.
Looks like Tyler Anderson tackled him.
Yeah.
Perry caught the replay there, and 28-9 with 10:20 left, and Noblesville will kick off to Hamilton Heights. So they get 2 points from the safety, and now the Millers will kick off the Huskies. So plenty of ball game left and a lot of time. 10:20 left on the scoreboard clock, and we'll see how the Huskies respond as they'll get the ball back.
27-27, Brownsburg and Lawrence North. The Rocks at the end of the 3rd. Westfield Rocks 27, Southport 21 at the end of the 3rd quarter. So that's going to be a good one, just like we thought it was going to be. Avon still 28-21 over Ben Davis.
Little's kick from the 20. That's the 27, and Brown takes it. Tries to find room, and he's up near the 40, but just shy. And they'll mark him at the 40, actually.
So we got 10. We
13-yard return.
got a little over 10 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter here at Arcadia, Indiana, the home of the Hamilton Heights Huskies. To let everyone know out there and to spread the word and tell your friends, we should have these games on demand at hctvsports.com around 11:30 tonight. So, and you'll be able to watch those anytime you want to watch them. Okay, they'll be on for about a month, 4 weeks. So, Cowan trying to get away here.
Justin Ogle, and let's see what other Noblesville defenders were in there. Looks like 56 in there for the Millers. The freshman Dalton Davis making an impact. He and Ogle. -4 on the carry by Cowan. So two of his last 3 carries, negative yardage for Clayton Cowan. 2nd down 14 on their own 36-yard line for Hamilton Heights. 9:40 left here in the 4th. See if he's going to go through the air again as Jones has Brown in motion. Fakes the handoff to him, looking, flushes out right, and throws up the field, and going to be just shy. Closest in the area was defensive back, free safety, Harris Camp.
Yeah, Riley White wasn't anywhere close to that football.
So I'm not sure if he didn't run the right route or if Jones just couldn't hit him.
Excuse me.
Bless you. Incomplete pass. 3rd down and 14 at their own 36. Probably going to go 4 or 5 wide again.
Fishers 20, Pike 6.
Boy,
Fishers 20, Pike 6.
Fishers must be bringing the D this year.
Southeastern 34, North Central 7.
Jones passes, almost picked up by Stapleton, but Riley White reels it in. And he gets 3 yards, almost back to the original line of scrimmage.
Stapleton 13 on the stop, 14 on the play, bring up a 4th down.
Back to pass again. Check that up, a punt, I'm sorry, and Fisher. And that ball will be downed by, looks like number 13 for the Huskies, and that is Caleb Bean. You know it.
Don't forget, tomorrow morning, Jim Walford's going to get up early, and he'll be out at the cross-country track at White River tomorrow for the Miller's cross-country meet. It'll start at 8:30. Scott Lip's going to be on the call, and he does an outstanding job with that. So that's tomorrow morning at 8:30 in the morning.
You're in motion. Mello fakes it, pitches on the option.
Oh, man.
Clubbed back at the 19-yard line was Uri.
Sterling Weatherford. Let's watch this replay here. Sterling Weatherford hits him a ton.
Sterling coming up from that defensive back spot. And comes right up on Jarrell, and Jarrell knew it was coming. Gets hit at the 20 for a 4-yard loss. 2nd 14 on the 20.
There's no doubt who Sterling Weatherford learned that.
Mello flushing out right, and Jackson Thurman reels it in. And he gets up to the 29 for a 9-yard pickup. Be a 3rd and 5. Just the 2nd reception from Jackson Thurman tonight.
How many times you think Grant Weatherford made that hit on Sterling in the backyard at the Weatherford house?
And now he's paying somebody back for it. He just can't pay Grant back.
Yeah.
3rd down and 5 at their own 30. 7:36 left here in the 4th quarter. Mello taking his time. Trying to get Heist to jump, and he does. There goes Joe Woods up the middle. Obviously untouched through a hole. Musselman didn't flinch to snap it. It'll be an encroachment. Marking off.
Musselman does a great job.
Yeah.
Doesn't get the credit he truly deserves for that front line up there as a center. That's a tough position to play.
That'll be the 3rd first down by penalty for Noblesville. First down and 10 at the 35-yard line on the near hash. Mello back there in the pistol with Uri. Thurman on the near. Trips to the far side. Mello back to pass, looking. Jackson Thurman up the field, plays off of it. Caught by Thurman!
Good.
Oh my! Up to the 32-yard line. 33-yard pickup by Jackson Thurman.
Once again to number 44, Thurman.
What
Good
a
job
play by Thurman.
And a good job defensively by Jason Beck there on the defense. But here's a replay on it.
Have a first down. They have the ball at the Huskies.
Wait, we're going to do the play, and then we'll show you the replay.
Miller is quickly to the line. Nice catch by Thurman. First down and 10 at the Heights 32. And in the slot, caught. Looks like J.D. Scheib. No, incomplete to Scheib.
Here's a replay on that last play that Ogle caught with
Thurman.
Yeah, Thurman caught with Jason Beck on him. Beautiful job by both guys. I mean, it's just one of those things. Thurman has a little bit more size than Beck does. And
Thurman 6'1", 170.
That was the difference.
2nd down. Hand off to Jarrell. Breaks it out right side, up the sideline 20. 15, 10. Out of bounds at about the 7-yard line, it looks like. Maybe the 10. I hope they give him the 10. 22-yard pickup for the senior tailback. And a rushing first down there.
He was ran out of bounds by 87, Cameron Lutz. Here's a replay on it for Yuri. Gets outside. Bursts up, good block there. I didn't catch that block, which was a beautiful block there. I'm sorry.
First and goal for Noblesville at the 10-yard line. Three receivers to the far, Thurman to the near. Hands it off to Jarrell. Down inside the 10 to the 6 for a 4-yard pickup.
Looks like off the bottom of the pile there is Tyler Anderson.
He's been all over.
He is, and he's gassed too. This kid, he's a senior, 265 pounds. He's went both ways tonight. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with on this Hamilton Heights football team this year up front.
Second down and goal at the 6. Mello trying to get him to jump. Plenty of time on the play clock.
He couldn't get Woods to commit at that time, could he?
I think Joe said, I'm staying home here in the
middle. Yeah,
middle.
I'm staying home this time.
7 seconds.
I'm already running too many stairs for Coach Street tomorrow.
And barely gets the playoff. And we got a movement up front. Yep. False start on Noblesville. That'll be penalty number 5. 5 penalties, 45 yards for Noblesville. And 8 penalties for 50 yards for the Huskies. 6:07 left, fourth quarter, 28-9, Noblesville.
.604 left here.
Midway point, here we go. Fakes the handoff to Uri, and that's batted down at the line. I think that was 66, 68. Corbin Cook got his big paw up there.
You know, Corbin, they helped him off the field earlier, and he's back in there. He's
feeling good.
He's another one of those Huskies going both ways here tonight. But in 3A football, that's what you do, Craig. I mean, you got to go both ways, and you know it coming in. And, you know, there have been many Huskies that have taken that field at the beginning of the game and not come off. I mean, that's the way they have to play to be successful.
Third and goal at the 11. Mello flushes out left, and the pass is thrown, and it hits the back. It looks like a Fisher, and yep. Yeah, I heard someone down the way saying you got to turn around. Pass interference called on Hamilton Heights. With 5:49 left here in the fourth quarter.
You know, I'm getting old and it was dark, so I couldn't really see over there who that was.
That'll be a 5-yard mark off down to the 6-yard line. Third and goal to 6. And the ball given to Jarrell Uri. He gets down to the 4. Check that to the 3 for a 3-yard pickup. Corbin Cook, his number called again. 5.5 minutes left here in the fourth. 28-9. Miller's trying to make it 35 and take as much time off this clock as possible as they do it.
Good crowd here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful weather. We couldn't ask for a better night, and this is a big boost for the Huskies here.
Mello
in this game.
Across the middle, and that ball is touchdown. That ball is caught.
Let's see that again. Can we see a replay on that, sir?
That's J.D. Scheib.
All right.
We'll see him on this nice slant play. Mello wait. He gets a chance to wait, and over the hand.
Good job there.
Ooh, over the hand outreach of Tyler Anderson and J.D. Scheib with the touchdown catch.
No, that was Chase Fisher there, number 43, not 73. It was on. Outreach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anderson just barely missed that batting the pass down, but
Anderson is a 6'3" kid. I mean, he's a good-sized kid.
here by the tennis courts on the south.
Sorry.
I'll find a way. 35-9 is the score. As J.D. Shy with that 3-yard touchdown catch.
Exit to the north drive only, please.
Oh, most of us are going south, Don. I parked over here just about parallel with the back of the end zone.
You can go south, but you can't get out to the south exit down here.
Yeah, you can go south, but you can't just get out the south. You got to go north and get out the south.
By the time you get out of here, all the cars will be out of here. I got my good friend Don Jellison sitting near us here. He supplied us a lot of information, Craig. And don't forget, 5:30 coaches show. It don't get any better than Don Jellison, Perry Williams, and Craig Atkins on Monday at 5:30.
We give you our best. We'll give you that much. And our little kick is returned by Jesse Brown to about the 24-yard line where Hamilton Heights takes over with 5:04 left here in the fourth. We'll see what kind of insight Mr. Jellison has Monday night at 5:30.
You may want to talk soccer this week.
Hey, volleyball's starting to heat up, and we do have a soccer broadcast coming up. September 25th, we'll have the Carmel Noblesville broadcast, I believe that's the date.
That'll be a fun one, and we got a soccer game coming up next week.
This week. Cowan on the carry, met by Ogle.
Fishers versus Noblesville soccer girls.
He carries out to the 27 for a 3-yard pickup.
Ogle on the tackle.
They figured out Cowan in the second half. And it seems like the Noblesville defense has grown up also in this game.
We'll see how grown up they are next week.
Yeah, one of the players, my roommate actually, he talks to Alex Foster, number 30 for Noblesville, a lot. He's hoping that Alex can be an impact player, and it looks like on defense he is a little bit here in the second half. Handoff. This is a new quarterback as well. And this is number 15, Josh Feltz out there.
And Feltz played some football last year. He's seen some action at quarterback last year.
He was the quarterback when Grant Weatherford went down in the Noblesville game. Feltz came in and played quarterback.
Looks like they're giving Brown a little bit of rest here, too. Weatherford's still in there.
Riley White's still out there.
Still got Cayman Lutz over here. Riley White, that's got to be Riley White over there on the other side at 5'4".
Brown's earned it. Lost the ball a little bit and had to run himself. Gets back to the 29, so he gained one out of it.
Yeah.
Actually, check that. Back to the line of scrimmage.
3:24 and counting. We're here in the fourth quarter. Score 35-9.
Coming up next week here on Hometown Television Web Network and Hamilton County TV, our game of the week will be Fishers at Noblesville. And our game 2 will be Avon at Hamilton Southeastern. Jack Russell will have the call at Hamilton Southeastern. Perry and I will be at Noblesville here, Chevrolet Field. We'll preview those and beyond Monday night on Hamilton County Sports Report at 5:30 and the Hamilton County Football Coaches Show at 7. And this punt by Fisher, called for a fair catch.
Avon, Ben Davis are tied at the end of the third quarter, 28 all. Yeah, right after the game, we'll go in the scoreboard. We're going to take a 2-minute break, Jim. We'll take a 2-minute break, and then Craig and I'll come back here. We'll wrap it up and talk about some of these scores here. Fishers is up over Pike, 20-6.
Lafayette Central Catholic taking it to the Guerin Catholic Golden Eagles tonight.
27-0.
Lawrence
North took the lead here. They're up 41-27 over Brownsburg. Well, we said that Lawrence North was going to be a football team.
Yeah.
It's just we didn't want them to peek out last
Wire Plummer in there at quarterback. Hands that ball off. I'm going to have to grab my Noblesville
Yeah, we got some new
because
numbers.
number 17, Ben Heron, on the carry.
The younger brother of last year's Joey Heron.
Ben Heron with a gain of 4 on that play.
67, Ben Collins is in there. 54, Curtis Taylor is in there.
Receiver on the far side is Eli Howell, number 87. Wire Plummer in there. Hands it off and up the middle. Carrying the ball is number 41. That is Tyler Gonzalez. Gonzo gains 3.
Hagen Weiss is in there, number 83.
Check that. That is. Yep, that is 83. That's actually Blake Taylor.
Oh, okay.
I believe. Seeing a whole new mix of Millers as the starters
are taking
getting a little breather as Drew Hartman, number 64, anchoring the offensive line at center now.
We got a minute
Plummer,
30.
back to pass and incomplete. Intercepted there by number 13, Josh. Actually, Caleb Bean.
Nick Peterson. I'm sorry, number 13. Here's a replay on that. Nice pass by 124 left to go. All right.
1st and 10, Hamilton Heights at Noblesville's 42-yard line. Felt's in there. Hands it off. Cowan up across the 40 and down to about the 34-yard line. 8-yard pickup.
Clay Smith, number 63, is in there for the Huskies. Zach Stevens, number 50, is in there for the Huskies up front.
2nd and 2.
A lot of new faces and numbers out there.
We'll try to get as many as we can to you.
Hands it off again at Cowan. Up the middle he goes and across the 30 down to about the 26-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup.
Bullard on the stop for the Millers.
Cowan just trying to add to those stats.
Drew Owens is in there for the Millers, number 34.
That gets Cowan's over the century mark with 101 yards rushing. 3 wide here. Feltz throws it to Weatherford and just over the reach of, I believe that's Sterling Weatherford out there.
Yes,
it is.
number 4, Sterling Weatherford.
Incomplete.
Weatherford puts his hand out for the referee to help him up.
Sterling's played a pretty good ball game on.
Oh yeah, especially the second half here. 22.7. So the Huskies will go to Lewis Cass next week, and the Millers will host the Fishers Tigers and Rick Wimmer in his game.
I would say Lewis Cass doesn't necessarily roll out the red carpet, but they've got a pretty decent little two-way facility up there.
Yes, they do.
Do the Cass Kings and Kurt Mannering and company. Scott Mannering. Ball caught there by Bean.
Feltz pass complete to 13.
Gain of 12 on the play. And that's the 5th receiving first down for Hamilton Heights.
15.4 left to go here in the game.
They're calling a timeout.
Can we run through those sponsors one more time real quick, Jim?
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Community Health Network. Also the Farmers Bank. Head to thefarmersbank.com and find the branch near you. They have branches in Noblesville, Fishers, Tipton, and in Northwest Indiana in Merrillville. Church, Hittle, and Antrim, attorneys at law. Smith's Jewelers, Indiana Restoration and Cleaning Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, the Wofford Theater, and Cool Creek Insurance. They specialize in personal insurance, business insurance, and sports insurance. Head to coolcreekinsurance.com for more details. 12.6 seconds left. First and 10 at the 14. They're trying to tack on one more touchdown here, as they've only got safety here in the second half. Being chased by Bullard. And that's incomplete with 7.6 seconds left here in the ball game. I'm not quite sure why Grant Bullard is still in the ball game. Maybe just trying to keep the Huskies out of the end zone. 7.6 left. Second and 10 on the Noblesville 14-yard line. Phelps back to pass, throws it, and Riley White can't handle it. 4.3 left. Brings it to third down. And this should be the final play of the ball game. Phelps going to the end zone and up there.
Incomplete.
Incomplete, and that is the final play of the ball game, folks. And our final score, Noblesville 35, Hamilton Heights 9. Pear and I will take a little break here, and we'll come back and put the wraps on it. The Millers claim their second victory of the year. Heights falls to 1-1. We'll come back and wrap this thing up in just moments here on Hometown Television.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage: Logan Street Signs and Banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event, or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters, with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
And we're back live here at Hamilton Heights High School and at Huskies Stadium here in Arcadia, Indiana. Final score, Noblesville 35, Hamilton Heights 9, as we're trying to add up the stats on the night.
Craig, with 9:08 left to go in the game here, Avon 34, Ben Davis 28. Peters just snuck in on a quarterback sneak to score. So Avon's up now 35-28.
Yeah, I think we're quickly finding out that Avon's for real, shutting out Plainfield on the road, 41-0 last week, and now they're facing the big test this week at Ben Davis, and they're playing their hearts out and putting up quite a show at Giant Stadium.
And Mount Vernon bounced back after the loss last week with the Huskies. They beat Marion quite handily, 50-6. So the Marauders are back on track, winning football games. Chittard 17, Lawrence Central 10. That's a final. Just trying to go through these very quickly, and the Fishers games. Thank you, appreciate you. Thank you for everything. Final, trying to go through. Thanking everybody for the hospitality up here.
Bet.
What a great job they do for us here up at Hamilton Heights. We appreciate what they've done for us here. I know Jim and Tim and I and Ben and Craig really appreciate how well they've treated. We all ate good. The Tigers, Fishers Tigers defeat Southport 20-8. Also, let me see what else. Roncalli 34, Franklin Central 7. Craig, you got the stats, or how you coming on that?
I think I'm pretty much there.
Okay,
except
Westfield game's becoming a pretty good one. Southport's come back, and it's 36-33. Cardinal score makes it 36-33 with 1:20 to play. So that's definitely a tight one. Of course, the Millers came out victorious here at Hamilton Heights, 35-9. You got it, Craig. Let's go through these real quick because we got to get out of here.
Yeah, both teams in the same boat tonight. I mean, we'll first start. I mean, we saw a lot of, not as much as there could have been with two teams rivaled like this, but 9 penalties, 55 yards from Hamilton Heights. You never really start with stats like that, but 5 penalties, 45 yards from Noblesville. And we saw in the second half a couple going at it, little extracurricular shoving on the punt play. Beautiful punt by Fisher that pinned Noblesville down inside the 4-yard line early in the fourth quarter, which you don't want to see that out of anybody. I don't care who it is or what they're doing. But we'll start with Hamilton Heights. 25 carries, 103 yards out of Clayton Cowan. Ethan Jones, 9 for 29 yards. And Jesse Brown, 2 carries, 61 yards. Got a 62-yard touchdown run in the first quarter to tie things up. But then he had 1 for -1 yards in this is something you don't see every day. A kid walking around with a dozen donuts eating them.
Yeah, they sell donuts here.
Okay. Not the usual 9:30 snack for a high school kid, but he's still growing. And
want to give a quick score here. Southeastern beats North Central 41-14, so that puts the Royals back on winning ways here again.
You knew Scott May would do that, even especially after 4 and 6 year uncharacteristic last year. Only the third time since 1973 had the Royals started or had a losing season. Another 4 stats for
You got any more stats there, Craig? Or?
4 catches, 79 yards. Great game receiving for Sterling Weatherford. And 71 of those 79 were in the third quarter. Jesse Brown, two catches, 18 yards. 1 catch, 12 yards for Bean, and 1 catch for 3 yards on a hard-fought, great effort night out of Riley White, but sometimes he just wasn't able to get to the ball. And Hamilton Heights had 9 rushing first downs and 5 receiving. So it's not that they didn't move the ball, it's just they weren't able to get themselves in the end zone like they wanted to. For Noblesville, another great night by Jarrell Urey overall. 17 carries, 165 yards, and 2 touchdowns rushing. 5 carries for 48 yards, another good night for Chandler Hurst as he had a good night on the ground. He blocked real well for Luke Mello in the offense. Jackson Thurman, 3 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown. J.D. Scheib, 3 catches, 40 yards, and a touchdown. Also, Ben Groover, 14 yards receiving. Urey had 2 for 8. And just a great night overall. Noblesville kind of, I think they pinned some things down defensively. And we knew they wouldn't give up 50 points again. But, it's just a hard-fought ball game. Next week.
All right, we're out of here. We'll be at Noblesville next week against Fishers, and cross country tomorrow morning,
8:30 with the coverage tomorrow morning.
All right, we're out of here, Craig.
We'll see you next time on Hamilton County TV and Hometown Television.